Hey everyone, do you love tabletop RPGs and want to help shape a brand new system? Then let me tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
On last week's edition of Horror on the Orient Express, our intrepid investigators continued their stay in the Lovecraftian Dvorak Lodge. Waking from a good night's sleep surrounded by stuffed game and the smell of camphor, the party spied a set of split hoof prints prowling around the outside of the lodge. Strange, given the recent article in the Jabali's newspaper proclaiming a coup de beast was sighted by a local man. Shortly thereafter, our heroes set off on a hunting expedition at the Kunjevsky Hunting Preserve. Whilst proving to be somewhat apt hunters, they were able to bag a small mouflon as a trophy. While along the path, they spied the body of Dr. Morik in what looked to be a staged, self-inflicted mortal wound. Based on the evidence found at the site of the body, the investigators made their way to the local concrete factory where they found signs of a struggle and evidence that something was attempted to be destroyed. Who is Dr. Morik's killer? What was he attempting to destroy in a concrete pulverizer? Let's find out on tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express. I am your keeper of arcane lore, Moss, and these beautiful people around me are our players. And one thing you might notice,
You have
I've
Nomi's
got
face covered.
I've got Nomi's face covered because guess what? She's here tonight.
I'm here.
Yeah, so
I'm
let's say hi to
alive.
Nomi. How are you doing, Nomi? How's everything going?
Everything's going really great. I'm happy to be back. So post my surgery, I was telling everybody in the backstage that I lost 30 pounds, and my only problem right now is none of my clothes fit me, as you can tell. So yeah, it's been good. And also, before we continue, tonight I already ate. It was a salad, an Orient or an Asian salad that I had, and then snacks is hot Cheeto fries and a vitamin water.
Very nice.
There's your food bingo, guys.
No
Homemade.
juegos con weenies.
Well, speaking of weenies, Chris, how are you this evening?
Ow.
He's not a
well,
weenie.
okay. Starting off hot.
Coming in hot.
Thank you, Nomi. Hey, I'm great. I didn't lose 20 pounds, just lose 20 pounds instantly, but I'm doing all right. The weather's getting a little bit warmer, so and I'm ready to possibly die
No.
because
In the
Jimmy
game.
is in some really rough shape.
Yeah. We will see
In the
about
game,
that.
yes.
We'll see about that. Luckily, you've got some more cautious investigators with you, so hopefully they can keep you around at least for a little while.
Jimmy who?
Oh, yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Speaking of
Good
somebody who's probably sundowning, our very own Jean-Luc Strathford, how are you doing there, JT?
Who's this Stratford person you're talking about? Anyway, I had steak and eggs for dinner, so I definitely lost no weight because it was, breakfast dinner, so I guess maybe. But it was really good. And I'm doing good. And I'm prepared to watch Jimmy slaughtered by unholy Lovecraftian horrors.
Very good.
Which, by the way, speaking of Lovecraftian
Hey.
horrors, me and Frost and the crew dealt with a bunch of those in Conan the other day, which was awesome.
Underwater, no less.
Underwater, no less. Yeah.
So I am curious that this game of yours, this little video game that you've been playing, is it like how based in Lovecraftian / cosmic horror is Conan the Barbarian?
Well,
Like,
we
is it
went
just like little
to
hints of
this
it, or
underwater temple, and it was the Temple of Dagon, and they looked like deep ones that we fought.
And Dagon was in a portal looking at you while you were fighting a boss.
Yeah,
And he was
no,
about
it was-
30 feet. His face was 30 feet tall.
Yeah, it was pretty Lovecraftian.
That's dope. I might have to play this game and maybe take some ideas. Smart people are inspired by other people's art geniuses. Steal it. So, speaking of absolute thieves, Sevvy, how are you tonight?
Oh my god. I will have you know I have not stolen anything today. So I think that
Today.
means that I have a redeem arc going now. Because of that, which probably will very quickly not be redeemed on Wednesday when I start Mass Effect 3. But I'm doing good. Still getting over my cold, so I kind of sound a little bit raspy, but still doing much better.
Good. I am very excited for you to start Mass Effect 3. I remember when that game first came out. I played the demo because they released the first mission for it, and I literally wept tears of joy.
Really?
Oh,
It
yeah.
is so good. I mean, so far I have loved Mass Effect 1 and 2. They're amazing. So I'm really glad that you said, hey, you should play this. Because I started playing it because Moss said, okay, you really need to play this. So I'm really glad that you pushed me into that story arc thing because it's been so fun. I really like it.
Yeah, and it helped that it was like $5 on Steam at the time. So for all three games.
I know that was crazy. It was $5 for all 3 games. The best $5 I've ever spent.
Definitely helps.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of cheap games, how are you, Frost?
Wow.
Good. I don't even know where to go with that. I don't know. I just enjoy watching Sevvy play that because she shoots everyone in the groin. Because I sent her a video about it. It's the best self-defense. Who's going to recover from that?
Was that
It
with
really
the
is.
Asian guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I saw that. It's
Exactly. Just boom. He's on the ground.
I just started doing it because Christiane would be so mortified because it would zoom in right in the crotch area when I would shoot. And then when I was fighting the Geth, every time I shot them in their crotch, they would explode into this white substance.
You,
And-
Sevvy, you need to play Sniper Elite if you haven't ever played it because it has X-ray zoom-in kill shots while you're
Oh, very
sniping
nice.
people. And if you shoot them
that's
in
dope. I've seen it.
a certain place,
yeah.
you get rewarded, so to speak.
Sniper
So yeah,
Relief. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm
there's
gonna
Sniper
add
Elite.
that to
And
my
there's like 5 of them, Sniper Elite 1 through
Add
5 and everything. Yeah.
Sniper Relief.
Moral of the
game
story is
list
I'm probably going to
play.
shoot you in the groin.
Yeah.
And likely. So yeah, that's how I'm doing.
In Minecraft.
I'm actually a really good shot. So
Well, who's that? Who's
You know
that martial arts master? He just this white guy in like a red gi, and he's the restomp the groin. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, what's his
I know
name?
you
can't
don't.
remember. I can't remember his name. He
Sammy, we'll
he
never
did a
know if you're
cameo
a
for my
good shot
jujitsu coach at one point.
because you never come to the range.
it's really hard to go to the range of MegaCon when there's so much shit happening. Like I don't have much time. Like we need to do it on a day that like I don't have anything scheduled.
I
I'm a boss.
agree. I agree.
Ryan C says it's Master Ken.
Master
Master
Ken,
Ken,
yes,
that's
that's
it.
what it is. Master Ken. Thank you. Restomp the groin. All right.
I thought it was Rex Kwon-Do from Napoleon Dynamite at first. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's totally separate. Totally separate.
Bow to your sensei.
Oh my
Bow to your
God.
sensei.
Bow to your sensei.
He is so good.
You want a roundhouse kick to the face wearing these bad boys?
Forget
You forget where I am, dressing up like Peter Pan over here.
Okay, Nomi, your next character has to be just an over-the-top dude that talks like that
Okay.
the whole time.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh,
I've
God.
honestly debated whether I should be like a quote unquote e-girl and then just dress up and doll up and then just do like a manly voice just to get them scared.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Wow. Oh,
I've
wait, are you
thought about
talking
doing
real
that.
life at MegaCon or are you talking in a game?
I can do both.
Wow. She's multi-talented.
Yeah, I mean, my brother, he's 4 years older than me, but he and I look very identical, even though, you know, I have makeup on and stuff. But if you see us side by side, we look like we're twins.
He
but
must
we're
be a
not.
very pretty boy.
He's actually quite attractive. He works
Oh,
for
God.
he works for a pretty well-known brand company, just being the face. So,
Oh, this
yeah.
isn't the other one that you're talking about. Okay, got it.
The police officer one. Yeah, no, he's better looking.
Joke's on you, Nomi. Jimmy's into it. Oh boy.
Oh.
I mean, he was wearing a
Oh, my
corset,
God.
so
Thanks, Brian C.
No, he has
No,
he has
he
not
didn't
worn the
because
oh, he hasn't worn
He
the
has not
corset
worn
yet?
the corset yet.
Nobody super chatted, but Jimmy offered to wear it if for 2 Eureka points, and nobody super chatted.
We're gonna have
All
to
right,
find
well,
a
you
better
heard that,
candy van
chat.
for you.
You heard that, chat.
yeah.
Oh,
Better?
Yeah,
And,
that's still on the table.
Better.
by the way, let me pull this back up here. You can see that we're still funding our Strange Aeons character creation. We're at 1207 out of 1500. So every little bit that you guys donate, one, gets us a little bit closer to getting the character art fully funded. But two, obviously, it helps these guys out. And you might get to envision Jimmy in a corset if you haven't already. But yeah, so there's all kinds of possibilities out there. For you to help these guys out and for you to help us because yeah, we want this channel to grow, and I like the character art that I've seen so far, and I want to see it done. So
It is looking cool.
Oh no.
Dragon Noodle Soup.
Don't do
Dragon
that.
woke up and chose violence. Eureka point to Moss. I will use that so wisely. Dragon Noodle Soup. Thank you
Oh,
so much. Thank
no.
you so much.
I don't think I like him.
Oh, I love him. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. But speaking of Eureka points, we do have a few to give out. We do have a Mythic membership from Darth Dave. Looks like JT, me, and Frost all get a Eureka point from that. We've also got one from Chrysanth. Another one to me. Wow, it's my lucky day. You guys are in for it. We've also got fan art. Let's see. We've got The Whole Crew by Mega Reacts. We've got a little bit of lockpicking fan art from Sassy Witch. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the fan art that Daxi put in the Call of Cthulhu Discord of me with a sandcastle. It's like Uncanny Valley. It's like me, but it's not me. I don't know exactly. It's like it looks like me if a Turkish businessman was wearing my face. Is basically what it looks like.
I wasn't gonna say
not
it,
Turkish?
but you're not wrong. He's wearing an Edgar suit, so to speak.
All right, and we did get 55 likes from last stream. We did already we redeemed those likes for Eureka Point last stream. We also got 27 comments from last stream, so not quite enough to get us another Eureka Point. So in total, there is 1 Eureka Point going to Sevvy and Chris, 2 Eureka Points going to JT and Frost, and 3 Eureka Points to me.
There's something wrong with those numbers.
Yeah, I know it's
shouldn't
crazy.
get more than us.
So
He's gonna kill us.
we all have 1, and Moss has like 20 now.
I don't have any.
You people.
You should have 1
Yeah.
because they drew the entire party, so you should have at least 1.
Oh, okay.
Take it up with Chrysanth because I am. It says 1 Eureka Point total for art, so only Mega and Daxies count. The rest are for shoutouts. I don't know why. I don't know what that means. I just do what the wrenches tell me. All right. And by the way, I do want to mention I would normally shout out Sirenscape, but I don't know if you guys noticed in the beginning of the stream, these guys were like, my computer was bugging out earlier, and it was just eating up my CPU to the entirety of the extent of its capabilities. So I had to close out of it, unfortunately. But normally I would say that, anything that you hear is brought to you by them because we shout them out. They don't copyright strike our channel. And I'll say that this time just to, cover all of our bases. So, Aladdin reboot starring me when? I don't know, man. I don't know. Am I, are they going to start rebooting minority characters with white people now? Is that how that works?
Are
Are you going to play Abu, the monkey?
Yeah, I probably could.
That was actually pretty good.
That was cute.
You got to wear a fez though, don't you? Or does he
I
not
do.
wear a
I do.
fez?
I need to get a little.
Yeah,
I need to
red
get a
fez.
fez. And I know Aladdin wears a vest, like a purple vest. Doesn't Abu wear a vest too?
Don't
Mhm.
worry,
Yeah,
Frost.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
making a fez just for you.
Yay! Picking out a fez for you. No. Oh, that's
Okay,
perfect.
so the mods checked and they realized that there actually are 36 comments from the last stream that came in, so everybody can have an extra Eureka point.
Nice.
Hey-o! There
Yay!
you go. There you go.
Somebody's
Very nice.
slacking.
History Eraser button says, you want Eureka points, Nomi. You got to make us huevos con queenies at a
Wait.
meetup.
Where did he say that?
He said it in kick.
I like the H before it. The Queenies.
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 It feels like
You're being
Stewie
weird.
from Family Guy is saying it. Why are
But
you
to
pronouncing
make
it like
them,
that?
you have to pour a whole thing of panko breadcrumbs on.
We need
How
the
about-
queenies.
How about this? Since I haven't posted a YouTube video on my channel recently, I'll do a cooking video, and it's just gonna be huevos con
Oh.
weenies.
You should. I would totally watch that.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And then what? Homemade flour tortillas? I can do that.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
alright.
to, after losing all that weight, you're gonna have to chonk back up there, Nomi.
No way, dude. I haven't been this skinny since high school. I'm okay with the weight that I lost.
All right. So let me get us swooshed over. 3, 2, 1.
Swoosh.
All right. So let me.
Ooh, I didn't know they
down
made
the-
white ones of those. That's cool, Nomi.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Mike.
Oh yeah, the
Ooh.
roadcast. The road.
I didn't know they made a white one.
Who's Mike?
It's
Did you
my
just
mic.
hit yourself in the face with
I did. I did.
It's
Got makeup on it now.
Thankfully, I didn't chip a tooth or anything.
She's
But yeah,
she's ASMR kissing her microphone just for she really wants Eureka points. Okay, got it.
oh no, this isn't this. Well, actually, I'll be Delilah, the radio show host. Like, welcome to another episode of Moonskull, Call of Cthulhu. And we have our players tonight: Sevvy, Chris, Froste, JT, and Moss of Arcane Lore. Welcome. Sit down, crack a Diet Coke, relax, and listen to the story unfolds as we endure this journey together.
That mic is so much better than the last one. That didn't
That
hurt
was
at
pretty
all.
awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was a birthday gift when I woke up from anesthesia.
You're gonna put me out of the job doing intros. Can you do that more often?
Do you want me? I could do more.
Because
intros.
Fantastic gets so mad at me because I always get it done at the very last minute.
He
just
said it's
said-
NPR Nomi.
Well, he just said
I
that's going to
could.
be a short.
Yeah, I could do whatever RPG intros like hello and welcome back to. You know what, Moss, you might know this. Do you remember the band Mae? MAE?
No, I can't say that I'm familiar.
Oh, okay. So they have an album called The Everglow, and they have a soft intro to the albums like, welcome to The Everglow by Mae. When you hear this little sound, that means you need to turn the page in the booklet for the lyric book. I was like, oh my gosh. So I could totally do that for RPG.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I'm going to have to check this one out.
I see Dave. Dave's somewhere in chat saying, let's keep it moving. I see him. I don't.
You're
he's not there,
channeling Dave.
but
I
I'm
think you're
channeling
channeling
Dave.
Dave.
You're channeling Dave, channeling him. All right. So when last we left off, you all were exploring the concrete factory. You had ventured in there, tried to look around for some signs of a previous struggle. You'd found a small arms bullet casing. And you had found a tiny, tiny little trickle of blood, as well as some evidence that some of the machinery had been worked with and that something had been removed from the conveyor belt leading up to the pulverizer, which grinds the rock into a fine dust or gravel or whatever the settings call for. So with that, you all stand there in the concrete factory. The taxi, you can still hear on the outside, is still idling just around the bend, so as they did not see what it was that you all were doing. Take the concrete. Dragon wants it, Dragon Noodle Soup said. I don't know what that means, but we'll go with it. So, with that being said, at this point, I'll be 100% honest with you. I do not remember what time it was last time, but you all had gone hunting that same day, found a dead body in the woods, stand by me style, and then made your way over here. So if I were to guesstimate, I would say you're probably getting into the late afternoon, early evening, perhaps.
Oh, it was no, because like
You
you
broke
said
in
that
here
like,
during the day?
yeah, it was during the early morning when we found the body,
Mm-hmm.
and then we
that
decided
took
to
you-
then leave after that. So I don't think the travel would have been 4 hours or more or 5 hours to take us into the evening.
You see what time? Okay, so you left there at 6. You were gone on the hunting trip for probably about 3 hours. So 9 o'clock you got here. Okay, so yeah, you're probably right. It's probably closing in around midday.
Yeah.
He broke in midday?
Yeah.
We're rebels. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And I think we did a couple of. Did we do any checks to see if we found anybody in the concrete plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Jimmy almost died. I remember this. He was crawling up the thing. He almost died.
Mm-hmm.
But he did open the door for us, and we went in and we looked around. The taxi cab is around the corner waiting for us, hiding behind bushes.
I have a really important question I need to ask immediately. Nomi,
Yes.
is that a voodoo doll of Chris you have behind you? Behind your
No,
shoulder?
it's Ryan Kinnell.
Oh, it looks like
It does look like Chris, but it's actually it's a Ryan Kinnell plushie.
okay.
Oh man.
I mean, there's
No,
one in my
no.
closet.
Oh,
I
there's a
want a Chris
Pikachu in
plushie.
front of it. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
there's a
please don't
Pikachu.
turn me into a marketable plushie.
Mhm.
Why not? You're an easy target. You got to get those gains,
Mhm.
capital gains
Oof.
on you.
So,
Yeah, I
and
don't know how I feel
I
about
think
that.
like there's nothing else that we could have done inside the factory, right? Because we just got all the information, right? And we were just leaving.
Yeah, so far as you can tell, that's probably all that this factory has to offer for the moment.
Why do I
Just
get the
nothing.
feeling? Why do I get the feeling that it ain't just concrete in that machine right now?
Well, we took the thing off of or someone took something off of the conveyor belt before it got crushed. So there was something important that was going to be destroyed that didn't get destroyed. So I'm assuming he was trying to destroy something and somebody said, "Not today," popped him and then took it. But I don't know what that would be exactly.
I
Well, it
think
couldn't have
there's
been
a dead body in there.
It couldn't have been the piece because it won't break.
And
Well,
also,
no,
for no reason,
from the dig.
for no particular reason at all, I'm going to grab a couple handfuls of concrete and just put them in my pocket.
For dragging.
Okay.
All right, then we'll just head back to the taxi cab, I guess.
Okay. You head back to the taxi cab. It is still idling there for you. You all hop in, and the cab is nice and warm, a nice reprieve from the bitter cold that is the outside of Vinkovci. And where the cab driver looks back at you and in German asks you where you would like to go.
We going back to
Alright,
the hunting
so-
lodge, or do we have somewhere else we need to
Hold
go?
on, let's see. There is the Lovaki, the Rock something lodge hospital, the hotel, Le Maire, and the police station,
Oh
the
boy,
riverbank.
do you
we
backward
wanna
savages have a
go-
library?
Is there a library in town?
Yeah, he answers you. He says, no, there is no library, but there is a sort of bookstore.
Yay, Dragon Noodle Soup says I get a point for taking the concrete.
Maybe we should go
Let's
to
go.
this bookstore. You never know what treasures you may find.
The
Sure.
Eureka Njiga bookstore.
What you call me?
No, that's
No,
the
not
name
you.
of the bookstore.
I'll get my cousin Diggerson on you, old boy.
All right, so we'll go to the dick store, and then on the way there, I'll ask the group if they still want to check out the river or not. Too late.
It depends. I mean, you mean on the way back?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's still light out, I think that's not a bad idea.
Okay. So, you all make your way back from the Bolatovic quarry and concrete factory, make your way back down the road, passing the hunting lodge and up the main thoroughfare, taking a slight right down one of these side streets. You come along a small bookstore. I would have you guys somebody give me a spot hidden roll real quick.
Ooh, I will.
Hard success.
Extreme success.
Always got to
Okay.
one up me.
So
All right, buddy.
immediately as you pull down this road, you notice the street signs saying Zagrabaka and Zvonarska as these two streets intersect. And that sounds relatively familiar to you as the note which was given to Jasmina, the enigmatic note, no less, actually mentions those two. And she, at the moment, had no idea what that meant, given that she is not from Vinkovci and had not been here. But it seems as though the note correlates with this area.
Refresh my Alzheimer's, old boy. What note are we speaking?
Let me show you.
Oh, that note.
Baka, baka, durka.
So we only heard 2 words, not the crash la ja.
Bloody hell! That's the 2 street. Those are the 2 names on that
Yeah.
note on that song right there, old boy.
Yes, but the third one could be a book, a person.
Maybe. I'll ask the cab driver if he has heard of the third name.
He shrugs. Says, "I do not know."
Okay. We were not in the. Well, we were in the hotel, or not. We were in the in the lodge.
Like where we were.
Yeah,
staying.
you were in. Yeah, you were staying in the lodge.
Then okay, so this.
Oh,
one says,
I apologize. Allow me to take that back. I'm rereading this section. These 3 are rough directions pointing to Zvonarska Street between the cross streets of Zagrabaka and Kralia Zvonimia.
Got it.
So yes, all 3 of those are present.
Oh,
So it
so
seems
there-
as though
there are roads. So the taxi cab driver would know these roads, right?
Yes, he would know.
So this is
Okay.
the place that she was pushed to, basically. Probably this bookstore, if there's nothing else around.
Seemingly
this-
so.
Is this the area where all the 3 roads intersect?
Yes, and as you look at your map there, you can see that you are being led to the bookstore, which is about right there.
I mean, we can't see you. So
I don't know
what
if it'll
did
let
you
me
start
point
with?
it.
Is it by 3, 4, or 2? Okay, now I see it. Okay, got it.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the rough area where you currently are on your map.
So is the intersection down below with that's only 2 streets? Where are the 3 streets?
It's these two side streets that cross over the main thoroughfare.
Okay.
So you would guess that this is probably where whatever it was that the note was mentioning, this is where it was pointing you.
Okay. I guess we should look around.
And ask the driver, give him a little extra money and ask him to just keep waiting as long as he has the fuel for it.
He gives you a nod and continues driving and comes to a stop. And as you all make your way down the street, you can see that a row of apartments, a cobbler shop, a grocer, and the bookstore. The Odlika, sorry,
Oh,
the
gee,
Odlika
Williker's a bookstore.
Njiga is a bookstore with a particular focus. How many of you have? What's everybody's library use score? I think
I only
Jamie's is
have
pretty high.
I have a 44.
100. I only have 100.
43.
Okay, my little thing didn't come up, so how would I get that?
Your
my
little thing
list.
didn't come up?
My little list of strong qualities, strong traits.
Double click
You
on
can just
your
click on- you can just-
double click on your face, India Maria.
My
Just-
face. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Library use. I'm probably dumb as heck.
When in doubt, click on your
Yeah.
face.
You've got
Mine's at 80.
Oh, I have 20.
Okay. All right. So I would have Jimmy and Jean-Luc give me a quick no roll if you would.
Oh, a no roll. I thought she was going
Mhm.
to make me use the skill that I had, for God's sake. Give me a second.
I see what he's doing.
No
I know
roll
you mean
is-
intelligence, correct?
No, I think is education. Yeah.
Yeah, it says it right below education. It says no.
Oh, there. Oh, it's very small. I'm blind. I got a just regular.
Oh wow. Okay.
But Jimmy got an extreme.
Ooh wee.
So
Maybe
you
this time.
all would know that this bookstore is actually pretty famous. You know that it supplies scholars and collectors from all over the world with rare books from Eastern Europe and vice versa.
Shucks howdy. It sure does all that. Definitely. And I know that because I'm Jimmy Summers.
And you can see that this building, it looks to be, it almost looks like it's in an apartment building. And as you enter in, a tiny bell rings on the door. The smell of aged paper blasts you in the face, as does a warm heat from a series of radiators that line the walls. You can see that there's an older man who walks towards you and says, "Oh,
Older than who, old boy?
he's probably in his 60s."
Ancient.
He walks over to you and greets you all, and you can see just past him, you see an older woman in a bonnet. She looks to be boxing up some books and sealing them with tape. The man comes up to you and reaches out his hand to whoever's in front and says, "Dieter Cole, nice to meet you." And you can tell that his accent is strange in this area.
When in doubt, always trust the bookstore, boy. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you. We are not used to having many physical customers here. We are normally a mail order bookstore. What
Amazon
can I do
only,
for
eh?
you? Are you looking for anything in particular?
Yes, very hard to find text. Anything out of the ordinary, and let's say with a taint of the occult, possibly.
We have all kinds of books like that.
Now they may be looking for something else, but that's my particular area of expertise and archaeology.
He points at you and he says, "I like the cut of your jib. Tell me, do you have any particular field of study you're looking for?"
Let's keep it broad.
All right. Let me see what I have.
But while you ask, do you have anything on the Sedefka simulacrum? That's what I thought. Let's go.
And at that, Jasmina actually steps forward and she says, "Do you by chance have a copy of Gibbon's The Rise and Fall of Ancient Rome, of the Roman Empire?" And to that, Dieter actually, he lights up and says, "That one is already sold. It was put on reserve for a young woman." She says, "I'm Jasmina Morik, if that makes any difference." To which he lights up once again and says, yes, and reaches underneath. And you see he pulls out a book wrapped in brown paper and tied together with twine. And she grabs it. She opens up, turns away from the desk and opens up the package, which does in fact contain The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire by Edward Gibbon.
You are expecting this.
All 6 volumes?
Sure.
We'll go with that. Sure.
And you see she gets a puzzled look on her face. And she says, it's odd that he would have bought me a copy. I thought that maybe I don't know." And you see she's thumbing through the pages and she comes upon what looks to be a note stuck in one of the back covers and pulls it out. A note and claim ticket. And she holds it out for all of you to see.
Is the claim ticket for at the train station? Or what is Puzdan Zalihi? Is that in the main city?
Puzdan Zalihi. Yes, that is a warehouse for all kinds of different things. The train station also utilizes it for luggage and such.
But that is not in Vinkovci. That's in Zagreb or wherever.
No, this is in Vinkovci.
It is. And when it says Roman bath, I didn't realize there was a Roman bath in town.
You know, Jim, beware of the 187 on the undercover cop, old boy.
Gee, why is that, Mr. G? I mean, Jean-Luc?
I don't know. It just popped in my head. These things, they happen from time to time, old boy. I don't.
He's insane, Jimmy. Remember?
Well, I mean, that's probably why I chose to intern under you instead of him.
Oh, it's the best choice you ever made, old boy. Best choice, that's all.
Well, I suppose that means we're going to go there. Well, I suppose before we do that, Jean-Luc, you have business? You're looking for books?
He's looking for some books.
Might as well look around. Just take a peek. See if there's anything interesting while we wait.
All right. So, as you stand there and you kind of peruse through his inventory, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll, if you would, just real quick.
Absolutely. I'm looking for any kind of real spells. Spell books, Moss. Anything that will, oh, Jesus, God.
Okay. You're kind of perusing around and
I'm going to spend a point.
Let's see.
I'm going to spend a point.
Okay.
Fuck that.
I cannot abide by a failure. So Camellia, Clay, and Eldritch, you notice that as his this older woman in the bonnet, you look and she's got kind of a pointed nose with a large mole on the side. She looks up at you with bright blue eyes and smiles with a few missing teeth as she puts books into this box. You can see that the box itself is actually addressed to a Dr. Armitage of the Miskatonic University.
I would like to see those books.
Do you approach her?
Me money.
Absolutely, I approach her.
She
Careful,
says,
Mr. J. I get a bad feeling about those books.
Oh, shut up, boy.
she says, hello. I'm sorry, I'm just back here packing up this order.
Yes, I couldn't help but notice. It said Miskatonic University. Right? I saw that. That's all I know.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Dr. Armitage. He's a very valued customer.
Yes. Is there any way I could peruse those before you send them off? A few more moments couldn't hurt.
I do not know. We do take our customers' privacy very
All right, what can I
seriously.
roll?
I'm gonna need either a persuade or charm or a credit rating roll.
Let's see. Charm, no. Persuade, I don't think it exists.
Coffee. There it is.
Oh, persuade. Yes, persuade. And I will
I
use
don't think it exists. I'm like, what? Yeah.
I meant for me.
Okay.
But I do actually have a fairly decent score, and I will use a Eureka point.
I thought in your universe, persuasion just didn't happen.
It happened today, sir. Extreme success.
4. Very good. You see, she says, well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt. And she holds the box out to you, and you see a collection of older books, a lot of them dating back to the 1800s and such, but one of which actually piques your curiosity.
If it makes you feel any better, dear, I'm practically a librarian. I will treat them with the utmost care, as if it were a baby of my own.
She gives you a nod and looks a little bit more confident. Look sits on her face as she kind of looks at your reaction as you look through the books. And the one that actually catches your attention is called Eltdown Shards by Reverend Arthur Brooke Winters Hall in 1912. You can tell that as you kind of look at it, you can tell that the book is written in English.
I don't suppose you have more than one copy of this by any chance.
Give me a luck roll.
Ooh, of course not. You want to luck? I'm gonna use a. Can I use Eureka on a luck roll?
I don't think we ever made a house rule for that. So sure, I'll say yeah.
Okay. I would spend one of my lucks right before this stupid roll. Yeah, I'm not very lucky.
She says, no, unfortunately, I only have the one.
Well, is there any way you can postpone the sending of this book? I would really love to look at it. And since you don't have any others, perhaps I can either skim through it or perhaps purchase it at a higher price.
You say, Dr. Armitage has already been waiting for 3 months for this book.
Well, a few more moments is not going to hurt.
I'm going to need a persuade roll, but it's going to have to be at least a hard success.
Oh, you're killing me. I will use my last Eureka point then, and I will try it again. Oof. I don't want to help out with this one.
Yeah.
Oh. 16.
16 is your 19. Oh, God.
Would you like to push the roll?
I will. If I push it, I'm really going to be fucked. Unless I succeed, of course. I don't have any more Eureka points. Fuck it! Go big or go home, right? I can always kill him, hide her out back. I'll come back later. This. Oh shit! There we go.
Wow.
Hard success, extreme success.
That's awesome.
She looks over at you and she
bet my
looks
eyes
back down at the
You
book.
could make it an extreme success. You made a hard success.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read it wrong. Whatever, hard success. It still
It's what
did it
you
right.
needed.
She looks at you and then looks at the book and then looks back at you and then shrugs. She says, all right, but bring it back. I don't know. I want to get this out tomorrow, okay?
You have Jean-Luc Strathmore's word, ma'am.
All right, and with that, you now have a copy of the Eltdown Shards. And this is a relatively questionable translation of mysterious hieroglyphs found on clay fragments in southern England.
Ooh.
In an edition of 350 pamphlets, 64 pages. And it tells of beings that could exchange minds with others across space and time.
Ooh, in English, no less.
Mm-hmm. And I would also, if you want,
Can you
I
put
would
the spelling of that in the chat, please?
This will end well.
For someone.
No.
For no one?
No. We got to get out of here before this book kills Jimmy.
And at that, Dieter comes back over to you and says, unfortunately, I do not have anything regarding this simulacrum.
Oh, that's fine. This will do.
All right. And it looks like we've got 36 likes, baby.
38.
Sweet.
38.
It's
We've
going
got
through the roof.
even better. All right, guys. Well done. Go ahead and take your Eureka points.
Could I ask him if he runs across any books that talk about the simulacrum that we want to order them and place an order? And can I give him my information so he knows where to send them? And we can
of
wire the
course.
money.
Of course. Wire the money. Is that
Don't
why?
they
Is
wire
wire
money?
You realize we don't exactly have an address for more than a day or two, right?
You can telegram and tell them to take the money out from a local
Yeah.
bank if you have
There you go. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
works out. It's just
there you
Yeah,
go.
I know. Yeah, but like I could give him like the information from the mob back in Chicago, and when I check in back, he can leave me a message there.
So the Chicago mob is now going to be dealing in occult books. I like
yeah.
it.
There's a guy at the thing. He's like, "Hey, this is Vito. What can I connect you with?" Just a second. Click.
Yo, Andre's looking for the Necronomicon. We got one of those? No?
What the hell, Nunzio? Get your.
Well, how
Oh,
do you
sorry.
think
got
that's
your
so
Necronomicon
good at
right
the
here.
time?
That's a Knuckle-nomicon. And while she's doing that, Clay is going to ask or after he does that, or she does that, Clay is going to ask if he has any knowledge of a strange device that a person was looking for, a specific black stone that had to do with a curse. And he's going to describe the German tome that a certain person was looking to rid himself of, but also a curse he was trying to remove from something like that.
What was that? It was nameless cults.
There was nameless cult, yeah, just Sprechen Kulten or whatever.
Oh no, Sprecklichen Kulten.
Yeah, I got some of the words right.
Let's see. So now Sprecklichen Kulten. I'm aware of this book, but I have not read it myself. I'm not sure where this black stone could be.
Okay. That's fine. I was just I was interested because, yes, I'm interested in procuring it, and that's part of the price.
If I come across a copy, I will let you know. But a lot of these books, and you look around, he gestures around the bookstore. He says, a lot of these books are mundane history books, but every once in a while we will come across something of great value, and some might say even danger.
He's just gonna pat the pocket where he has the copy, the translated copy of the Nameless Cults. Oh, I know.
Do you show it to him?
And yeah, he's going to pull it out at that point and just say, "So, I'm looking for the original German. This is very interesting, but."
Oh, and that he holds his hand out, gesturing to see, asking if he can take a look at it.
Sure, yeah, give it to him.
At that, he thumbs through the pages. He says, "In English translation, 1845. How much to buy it from you?"
Well, and now I'm trying to remember. Was I finished reading it? Have I gotten anything that I could get out of it? I can't recall.
You got the initial reading done, but the full study of that book in particular takes 48 weeks. So
that's the one that took almost a year. Clay is, because he is not too concerned about this sort of stuff. He's like, you know what? If you find anything out about that black stone, and if I come back through here at any point, it's yours. Just let me know. You go ahead. And he just, he gives him the book. Basically, is like, on faith that you'll get in contact with me if you find anything interesting.
With that, he holds the book tightly to his chest and holds out his hand to shake yours.
Shake his hand.
Thank you. I will look through it right away.
Just be aware that if you haven't read it, it reveals some very animalistic truths. It's a disturbing book.
I've read a few of these occult books, and well, I haven't been driven mad yet, unless you ask my wife.
Just look over at the lady who's over there, assuming that's her. And he's just going to give her a little nod of the head.
How long is it going to take me to read this book?
That one in particular. So you thumb through it. You can see it is. Let me see. Where is it again?
It's in English.
Yes, it is in English. It's not a very long book. You can get the initial reading done probably within a couple of hours. A full study is going to take you about 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Oh my God.
Oh.
My God, it's like doing schoolwork.
Yeah.
Books get
I would just suggest at that point that you just write a copy for yourself.
Yeah, probably easier to transcribe the shit than just read it. Trying to figure it out.
Ooh.
Only you still had an intern to help you.
Transcribing the entire book. That probably...
Wait, I have a camera. I can take pictures of it. That's what we did with the other stuff. Just pictures of it. We get the pictures developed.
Okay. The book itself is only 64 pages long, so it shouldn't take too
6
long.
weeks.
Well, you have to imagine a full study is basically like, there's biblical scholars who spend their entire lives studying the Bible.
It's called theology. Duh.
Yeah. So, I mean, a full study is like taking notes, connecting all the dots, doing all kinds of research outside of that. Like this is to fully comprehend the text itself is going to take 6 weeks. But an initial reading of it, I mean, 64 pages would take you maybe a couple hours.
Well, you can always ask Camellia to take pictures of the book, and then she'll develop the pictures for you.
I mean, you could write down, like, say by hand, you could probably do 2 pages an hour, maybe 3 if you're really pushing yourself. If you sat down for just an hour and wrote. So you're looking at
2 an hour.
Handwriting a page out.
It takes a long time.
Really?
Yeah, and that's if you don't count the carpal tunnel.
I mean, if you're really good, you could probably get 4 or 5, but that's like 12 hours minimum at working at that pace.
Oh well, new book.
Okay. All right. So you have obtained a new book. You have gotten rid of an old one at the promise that any found knowledge will be presented to you. And yeah, is there anything else you would like to do while you are in this store?
Do we have an idea about where the final showdown is going to happen in Turkey?
You know for a fact that the Orient Express stops in Constantinople.
Okay. I will ask Books about Constantinople then.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that within your spending limit, there's probably, we'll say, a travel guide of Constantinople proper. It contains a map and several remarkable locations, historical artifacts, museums, restaurants, things like that.
I have a list of things I would like to ask about, Moss.
Okay.
Anything relating to a dimensional shambler, anything relating to Yog Sothoth, anything relating to Shahis Vor, Shahis Vor. It's a long list.
Okay.
Anything relating to ghouls or vampires as well.
Okay.
Anything of that sort.
Wow. I need to look through my list here and see if any of it pertains. I tell you what, message me on. Well, first and foremost, give me another luck roll.
All right. Fuck.
91. Yeah. Unfortunately, those specific topics, it doesn't. He kind of shakes his head and says, "I am unaware of anything that I have that might fit this description of what you are asking for."
That's good out.
All right. So there's nothing else. All of your businesses. Go ahead.
I will ask him to add those topics to my list of books to keep for him to keep an eye out for.
Okay. I'll tell you what, JT, if you would go ahead and message those to me on Discord.
I will. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm gonna have to look through.
I'll add a few more as well.
Oh God. Okay. All right. So with that, is all your business in the bookstore concluded?
Yeah, I think I just wanted to make sure I get maps, not only maps of the city, but maps of tunnels and underground, passageways, if they have any, and things like that. Anything that just planning ahead. So when we get to Constantinople, and I'm asking about tunnels, I want to make sure I have an understanding of where the tunnels go and lead for escape routes, and to get to places unnoticed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You send me a message as well, and
okay.
Yeah, I'll make sure that we get all that addressed.
Would it be better, Moss, if I just put it in the treehouse because we usually game about other shit and it's gonna get buried?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Okay,
that'll work.
I'll put it in the treehouse.
All right. And so you look back and you can see that Jasmina is still kind of thumbing through the decline and fall of the Roman Empire, looking for any other clues that Dr. Morik might have left her. She holds the little note in her other hand and says, she looks up at you and says, I think we need to go to the storage house. Whenever you are free, or if not, I can go by myself.
I think
No,
we're
we
done
should.
here.
Yeah, we should all go together. We haven't had lunch, so. But what time is it by now?
Say it's probably noon.
Okay, so we should probably get lunch and then hit it.
Okay. All right. So you all make your way around. You find a nice. Restaurant just on the other side of a butcher shop. You can smell very fine meats, and breads, pastries coming out from underneath the door, and you can see there's a few people dining through the window as you walk by.
Okay. Once we get everybody settled in there, Clay is going to go to the. You said it was a butcher shop.
Yes.
Do they have like things like meat and sandwiches and like you could get just a workman's sandwich or something in there?
Yeah. You walk in and you can see. Let's see. You can see that as you walk in, it's kind of a smaller butcher shop. You see that there is a single table off to the side, currently unoccupied. You see a woman and a man currently occupying the front counter. The man is chopping at some meats, and you can see that there are plenty of sausages hanging from hooks along the front there. And you can see that there are fresh slaughtered chickens in a glass display case. Let's see. The individual behind the counter says something in Serbo-Croatian.
He will answer in German with a question mark.
To which point, the young woman who's standing behind, she says, "Yeah, Teresa," and holds out her hand.
Okay, take her hand and just say that he like 2 sandwiches. It like basically ham or bacon or whatever, some kind of a bacon sandwich, because he's going to bring some food to the guy who's we're leaving in the cab over and over. He's going to bring him coffee and a sandwich.
Okay. She says, "Oh, are you sure? Colin is our specialty here." And you see she gestures up to some of the sausages hanging from the hooks.
Sure, that's fine. I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
Perfect. How many would you like?
2.
Perfect. You see she takes out an overly large cleaver and separates the sausages and wraps them up in a fine white butcher's paper and tapes it shut and slides it over to you and charges you, £1 sterling.
Excellent. And and then thank them, go to the restaurant, get coffee, and just bring it out to the guy and just say, since you're sitting in the car, here's something to eat. I hope you have a knife.
You see he, as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a butterfly knife, whips it around, and it takes and slices off a little bit with his thumb and eats it.
He says, thank you, but I'm vegan.
Too late. What kind of sausage is this? Free.
I'm attracted.
So yeah, just give him the coffee and the sausages and just pat the side of the car and then tell him that we'll be out eventually. We'll be heading to our next destination once we get done eating.
All right. Very
Did
good.
you tell us what that 187 stood for, or did anyone ask her?
No one asked her, but you'd guess from looking at the ticket itself, you guess it's probably a lot.
Oh, it's a ticket thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's a claim ticket, and you'd guess that it has to do with a lot or like a claim area.
Gotcha.
But we still have to get the key, which we'll have to do in the Roman bath.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Claim ticket. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, I guess we eat an elegant lunch.
Yeah. And there's a very nice chicken, kind of spicy, that they're serving on special today, with some sort of a fluffed potato and some nice steamed
Delicious.
asparagus.
Man.
Leaves you full and very well nourished. Probably one of the better meals you've had in a little while, actually.
Keep you warm in the northern lands.
We'll have to remember this place.
Let's come back next time.
Got any ketchup?
You see that they...
Batman slap. Immediate Batman slap.
He spits on the floor and walks away.
Everybody smacks Jimmy this time.
No, he's gonna die if you smack him.
That is true.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Look who's concerned about that all of a sudden. Wait a second.
She's slapping him a million times.
Jimmy is an important asset to us. Emphasis on ass, but he is part of the team.
I want to start calling India just Slapperella.
Who else is gonna carry
gosh.
the statues? If
That's a
not
good
you?
point. He is our sacrificial lamb. He needs to carry the things.
Who else is gonna be our scapegoat for like, here, Jimmy, taste this. Here, Jimmy, get bit by this. We need that. We can't let him die.
We weren't telling him about when we, injected him with the venoms and the poisons when he was
Oh,
asleep.
dang it.
Oh, well.
Surprise.
The venoms and the poisons.
All I hear is the sounds of love and friendship.
Sure.
Yeah. How much sanity do you have left? Oh.
All right. And with that, you all finish your meal, and it's very good. You pay your bill. It's not too much, well within your spending limits. And you go out and you see that the cab driver has eaten not one, but both of the sausages, as it seems as though he's got a little bit stuck to a goatee that lines around his mouth.
Excellent. Now the car will smell like sausage.
Yum.
This fella really likes sausage.
And as you enter into the cab, it is a very strong smell. This sausage, it lingers and it almost sticks to your nostrils. It's very kind of a spicy, but it's mixed with like cumin and turmeric, all kinds of different.
I rolled
spices.
on the window.
Please, it is cold.
Boy, that's an aggressive scent.
Just a little bit.
All right, fair.
At first, I thought he said human instead of cumin. I was very concerned, but then I realized, yeah, cumin.
It's people.
All right.
I left the human cumin in the chili.
At least it's not moist.
Ew.
Oh,
I like
Sevvy,
the
are you-
unanimous. Ew.
The white
Sevvy, do I
flap
need to
was
put
moist.
your? Are you off cam?
Yep, I'm eating.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I need to put your portrait back up. Okay. All right. And with that, you can see the meter is continually running up. He looks back at you and he says, "My favorite customers. Where would you like to go next?"
To the what is it? The warehouse that's connected to the train station? Is that what it is?
The Roman bathhouse. The Pusdan Alihi.
Pusdanzalihi? Oh, it's the storage house.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, off we go. Please do buckle your seatbelts. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Give the guy some sausage and he becomes a lead
I
foot.
don't think they had seatbelts back then, Moss.
Put on these bungee
they-
cords. I do not know. Tie
They
They
yourself
tied
tied
together
like
with
real
wire.
men back then.
I do not care.
Just Clay holds out his arms. I guess there's the seatbelt.
What did the cars do back then? Like 20, 30 tops?
Like
I
40.
wonder when seatbelts were invented. I'm gonna Google it.
The seat belt was
When-
invented in the
when,
1800s.
When people were tired of paying insurance claims.
Most of the time, if they had anything, they had a lap belt.
1800s,
Let's
really? That sounds
see.
wrong.
The Duesenberg Model J reached up to 119 miles per hour, and the Bugatti
Oh,
Type 35B
shit.
Grand Prix achieved 125 miles per hour. However, most cars of that area typically had top speeds between 20 and 30 miles an hour.
Smooth said
Oh, we'll be fine.
1955. That sounds more accurate.
I mean, it was invented before, but they weren't really used until 1950s. So, in any event, no seatbelt for us.
You can see he is frustrated by the fact that you are correcting him.
It's okay, Miss India. You can hang on
and
to
with
me for
that,
safety.
you all take off and make your way back in the direction of the train station. At which point you come back to the storage house. You can see and as you're driving around, you can see that there are plenty of police officers and armed military men wandering about the streets in trucks. You can see some of them marching around in several not platoons. What's the word I'm looking for? Like several squads walking around. Every once in a
Squadron?
while. Yeah, you'll see every once in a while they'll stop somebody and they'll be talking to them, writing down notes in a notepad.
I'll ask the cab driver what's going on and if this is normal.
No, it is not normal, but with the bombing of the railroad tracks, they're really trying to find the LPV.
Detachment.
Detachment, thank you. Seems as though they are questioning. I was questioning myself just yesterday.
Oh wow. Okay, well hopefully they find those people so we can, because the train stopped because of it.
I must be honest, with you being foreigners, I'm surprised that you have not been detained at the very least.
They've talked to us.
Yeah, talked to all of us already, I think.
Kind of
Didn't
hard
know what we were
to
saying.
bomb a train track when you're on the train heading towards the train track that got bombed.
I don't much care for
That's
the
true.
implication that just because we're not from around here, we're somehow suspicious.
And with that, you all...
It's not like we're illegal or anything, old boy.
All right, so with that...
Well,
some of you, yes. With that, you all reach the Puzdanzali, located near the railway station. This is an area where goods and luggage are stored where the trains arrive and depart from, at the junction of the railroad tracks. You can see that the warehouse is actually in relatively good repair as compared to some of the buildings that you've seen around here, given that the town is so small and not having been hooked up to electricity and is relatively poor. That being said, you enter in and you can see that this area is actually quite large. You can see several large bays closed off with steel doors, all secured with a padlock. I would have, as you're doing this, you pass through the main doorway. I would have everybody give me a spot hidden roll really quickly. $97, you still get a regular success hard. Good God. How many of you have 100% on your spot hidden? Two of you?
Not me.
Me.
To be fair, I only have a
Froste.
97.
So Frost and me have 100.
Good gosh. Okay.
Mine's at 91.
I failed.
With that, you can see, looks like Jimmy, Clay, Camellia, and Eldritch, all four of you. India, you're kind of just focused on the task at hand, and you don't really notice this. But as you pass by, you notice on one of the posts that on like a light post sitting outside the door, you see what looks to be a poster, and it's got pictures of two individuals on it. Younger man, brown hair, little scruffy beard, and a blonde woman, probably in her mid to late 20s, very attractive. with hair that kind of comes down to about her shoulders and is curled at the ends.
Mhm.
They look somewhat
Ooh.
like those people who were in the lodge with us. Is that what you're saying?
Do they look familiar?
Why is there a wanted dead or alive around them?
You're very close. They do not look familiar necessarily. And you can see that the poster itself is written in Serbo-Croatian. But if you point it out to Jasmina, she could probably translate it for you.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Jasmina, could you help me understand this poster here? I'm just kind of concerned that just the writing is a little different for me, and I can't really comprehend. Do you mind breaking it down for me a little bit?
This is yes, of course. This is written in Serbo-Croatian. It says, and at that point, she reads the poster and her eyes go a little wide. She says, "It says missing, Vesna Fimic and Lazar Andrik."
Oh no!
this-
What was? Does it say where was their last location?
It
Where they were
does
last
n-
seen?
It does not, but it says that any information should be reported to the police or the Sibalis, which is the newspaper. The Lazar was a student of my father's,
He was.
and this Vesna is the one who broke the story that caused my father to shut down his dig.
Oh no.
Are these the people that we helped at the train station? Was it her? I don't remember. Who? Oh, we saved her. Never mind.
Yeah, you helped Jasmina.
Yeah, and the other people were Russian that you were thinking of, probably.
All these backward savages look alike to me. I don't know.
Wow.
Suffice
Okay.
it to say, we haven't seen either of them ever, as far as we recall.
You haven't seen either of them. You can see she goes on and says that the last time. What is today's date? Today's
25th?
date is the
4th.
25th.
4th. My bad.
Is it the 24th? I think it's the 25th. Oh no! Like today is the 24th, but in game it's January 25th.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So with that, she says that the last time they were seen was on the 21st, Sunday. They've been missing for 4 days.
Is that the same day that your dad went missing?
That is, well, I mean, to my knowledge, it's around that same time frame.
I wonder if they did it or if they too are dead.
I do not know. Perhaps I do not know if this would help us find the killer of my father, but something tells me it's not unrelated.
Or they were kidnapped to get information?
That's also a possibility. Someone who wanted to know more details about my father's dig site.
Yeah, silenced, probably.
Seems as though whatever he found there was quite important.
And we are not overlooking the possibility that it could have been them who did it, but it's probably unlikely, but possible.
And she says, well, we have more immediate matters to see to. And at that point, she continues walking forward into the warehouse. At which point, she's greeted by a stern, older-looking man. He's got kind of just like a ring of hair around the sides of a bald head and a pencil-thin mustache. You can see on his desk is a name tag. It says, Mr. Padovan. She hands over the ticket and says, she continues talking to the gentleman in Serbo-Croatian. And you can see she uses the name Baratutik, as if that's supposed to be familiar. And at the mention of this name, you see the stern gentleman slides over a small envelope that contained a key. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me see. Hold on. I'm getting my things mixed up. Bear with me.
I'm assuming that's her mother's maiden name.
Yeah, the key's in the bath.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, her mother's maiden name. She says her mother's maiden name, to which he says something back, and she then comes back to you and says, we need to find this key. I'm not sure about what Roman bath the message is talking about.
Does this building look like an old Roman bath that they converted?
You can give me a. I think did you all give me a history roll before about the city?
I did.
We did.
I don't remember.
But I don't remember what we got. I know
I remember doing well with it, but I don't remember what the info was.
Yeah, so we'll just say that with the history roll, you were able to deduce that the city itself used to be the site of the city Colonia Aurelia Cibale. You are unaware of any Roman baths, which still exist, however.
Well, that note was not very helpful.
We're going to have to find a history book or someone who knew. Well, it would have been useful to have your father's assistant to ask this, but maybe there's a local historian. But just ask the guy behind the desk.
Does she not know this area at all?
No, she does not know this area.
Oh.
She's not from here.
I mean, she could ask in Serbo-Croatian, I guess. He doesn't have to ask in German. It could ask him if he knows anything about a Roman bath.
At which point she goes over and asks, and you see he kind of points back with his thumb. And she returns to you and says that he just said something about a park across the street.
Okay.
Let's go to the park.
There may be a ruins there.
Be careful.
Yes, I guess let's go to the park.
All right. And as you exit the building, you can see a small park across the street with a large gazebo. And it looks like a bird bath is surrounded by what would be in warmer seasons a garden. And you can see that the bird bath itself is topped with what looks to be a very old, or at least old, fashioned in the style of old statuary from ancient Rome.
Ew. I'm going to see if I can spot something.
Yeah, gentlemen, I think
On
this
the
is your
bird bath.
arena.
Okay. What are you looking for, Jimmy?
Just a hunch, seeing if maybe the bird bath is
Jimmy,
related
are you
to
muted?
our
I think
search.
you're muted.
I hear
Oh,
him.
am I muted?
Can
No,
you?
I can hear him.
Yeah, we
can
can hear
hear
him.
him.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me.
Maybe he's talking to that wavelength that old people can't hear.
Am I old? Am I that old?
I mean, I'm an old person too,
Moss,
so
do you hear a sharp ringing sound that goes wee? Do you hear that?
Only when you do it.
You smell
okay.
burnt feathers?
Let's see. Here, let me refresh.
Do you hear cats crying?
No.
I was just, man, I feel awkward. I thought we were all just doing cat noises.
My aunt, who had
Okay.
brain cancer, kept hearing cats outside meowing. We thought she was crazy, but she's actually had brain cancer.
That's
Oh,
wild,
wow.
man.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
messed up. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I'm sorry, Jimmy. I didn't hear anything you said. I don't know how long you've been muted. I must not have heard you
Okay,
for the
so
longest
you hear
time.
me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's okay. We usually ignore Jimmy. So
Yes.
Meow.
Do you hear burnt toast?
This is
Susan
true.
says.
Ignore
Yes,
who?
I hear burnt
Meow,
toast.
meow, 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 meow.
You hear
Meow.
burnt toast.
meow 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 meow
So-
meow, meow.
Meow, 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 meow. It sounds like kitty dueling banjos is what I'm hearing now.
Exactly.
Meow, 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 meow.
So on a hunch, Jimmy is going to investigate the bird bath just to see if maybe it has something to do with the search.
Okay. Yeah, you go over to it and you can see this is actually you see a small plaque underneath the statue, and you can see that this is actually a statue of one of Vinkovci's most famous sons, the Roman Emperor Valens. However, as you kind of peer around the bird bath itself, it's pretty large. Actually, it's probably about 5 foot, 5 foot in diameter. Large for a bird bath, anyway. And you can tell that the water has dried up, but there is just this thick muck at the bottom of it.
You know what? Jimmy's gonna get his hands dirty. He's gonna start rooting around in the muck.
All right. You know what? I would say probably no roll needed if you're willing to spend long enough doing it. As your hand pierces the surface of the muck, this terrible odor springs forth and burns your nostrils. Just the smell of rot, of old leaves and stagnant water that
At least it smells
assaults
better
you.
than the sausage.
But as you root around in there, your hands come up just covered in this black slime. But you do hold in your hand a small, currently muck encrusted key.
Oh, hey gang! I think I found something.
Well, I hope you find a shower, Jimmy, old boy. Ugh.
No, I'm guessing you ain't been to the farm very often, Mr. J.
Not if I can help it, old boy.
All right.
And I guess Jimmy's just going to go ahead and hand the key over to Jasmina.
You see, she grabs it with just the very tips of her fingers and brings out a handkerchief from her bag and just wipes it off. And you can see it's a small brass key.
Okay.
Says, very good.
Clay's gonna have her hold it out, and he's gonna pour some laudanum over it just to
Has Jimmy stopped
Sterilize it.
hitting on her? Or is he being respectful because her pappy got snoofed?
I will be honest with you. I completely forgot that she was still with us at
That's what I
first.
figured.
wow, out of sight, out of mind, huh?
I try not to take up too much time with NPCs, but you know, sometimes it calls for it. All right. So, do you all I guess you all probably make your way back into the warehouse, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Jimmy,
See,
help him with some snow and get all the filth off of his hands. And
you
yeah,
might need a tetanus shot, old boy. They
he
have
can't
those
feel
yet?
anything.
That's a good point. His hands will rot right off. He won't even know.
By the way, I love hot food, but the bottom of this bag of the habanero Escobar jerky,
Your fire.
it's mostly pepper seeds
Ooh.
and some meat. I'm like,
Ooh.
so
Very
if you
good.
see me sniffling, I'm just muting myself.
Is anything that you eat not spicy?
My chili taste burned the whole roof of my mouth. There's a giant, whatchamacallit, there, blister.
But spice is life, Moss.
I
Spice is
agree.
life.
I do agree, but I also don't want every meal to be a punishment.
Speaking of
I
spice is life, I can't wait for that Dune
I
game
eat tuna.
Same.
It's just tuna. Can of tuna for a snack.
with spice.
Just a snack?
It's a snack. I put black pepper on it, just a little bit of pepper, and just have it for a snack.
Interesting.
I mean, a can of tuna for a man who's over 6 feet tall is a snack. All right, so
Thank you very much.
you all make your way back over to the warehouse, at which point Jasmina holds out the key to Mr. Padovan. And he pulls off of his belt loop what looks to be a master key, makes his way over to a large steel door, spray painted. It says 187 on it. He inserts both keys into two separate locks and turns them both at the same time, at which point you hear a click and the lock comes loose. He opens the steel door, and there you can see a very large crate resting inside of this bay. You can see Jasmina grabs a hold of one of the handles and tries to pull it, and says, gestures over to you all. Says, "Can you help, please?"
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna rush in to help.
And Clay's just like, all right.
I shall help you, fair lady.
At which point you yank on this crate, and you can see that the crate itself is 8 feet long and 4 feet high, and is currently nailed shut. At which point Mr. Padavon comes back with a crowbar and gestures towards you, offering it forward.
Jimmy will take it.
All right. And you proceed to open the crate. And within the crate, you can see dozens of objects carefully wrapped and burlapped, and they're all packed tightly in hay. You can see clearly visible at the very top is a notebook secured to the crate's lid with twine.
You know what? Jimmy's a nerd. He's going to go right for the book.
I'd say that's good for one of you two to look at.
Okay. And as you kind of thumb through the book, you can see that this is a small leather-bound book. It's secured with a small, like a rivet in the cover, and kept closed with a piece of twine. You undo the piece of twine and open the folds, and you can see that this is Dr. Morick's observations made during the excavation of the Crusaders' tomb. And this is kind of a summary of what is contained within.
Okay. This notebook contains the findings from the Crusaders' tomb in Vinkovci. I hope I'm saying that right.
Vinkovci.
Vinkovci? 13th
No
century
idea.
vault belonging to the Order of the Noble Shield. The Order of the Noble Shield had the joint purpose of hunting dangerous heretics and safeguarding dangerous satanic artifacts. Oh boy. The order was created by Yolanda, regent of Constantinople, and Pope Honorius III in 1218. The vault was created by Sir Miho of Dubrovnik and a founding member of the order, along with several Frankish knights. It was used to store satanic items and documents captured by Yolanda's brother, Count Baldwin, at the end of the Fourth Crusade. The most dangerous item in the collection was the serpent's claw, also known as the Mims. Fonts is a little weird. Mims Sahis, a knife with evil satanic powers once wielded by Sedefkar, oh boy, a deadly foe to the forces of Christendom. The first account of the Mims Sahis was recorded in the early 4th century by troops serving Constantine the Great. See the accounts of Tilius Corvus. Dangerous cults glorifying the skinning of human beings and the creation of abominations consider the Mim Sahis sacred. The order believed that the serpent's claw could be destroyed if ground to dust, but no such power existed in their time. The last page reads as follows. We'll talk to Goran later and inspect these freaking names. Bulatovic cement factory. Sent letter to Jasmina. Jasmina, if you're reading this, make sure everything here goes to Dr. R. Jordanov, Director of Ancient History at the National Archaeological Museum in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Don't we need the Mahim Sahis?
I don't know if we need it, but I think we know what he was doing at the cement factory.
I know that's part of our thing is the Meme Sahis.
I think we do need it.
In fact, I asked about it earlier to Moss. Is one of the things.
But I don't. But I don't think that the dagger was at the cement factory.
Why not?
Well, he may have been trying to
destroy it in the grinder. Yeah, that's the only way to destroy it. Then.
But do we recall in our notes, was the Meme Sahis just something that the cults were using, or is it something that is part of the Sedefkar ritual?
It's something to do with the Sedefkar.
I thought it was a ritual.
You would know that based on your studies. You initially read about it back in London. at
Uh-huh.
the Freemasons Lodge. You would know that it has connection with the Sedefkar simulacrum.
I don't remember if that's how you destroy it or use it.
But it doesn't. It has connection in its roots, but isn't necessarily a necessary piece to its usage, if that makes sense.
Okay. So if it got destroyed, oh no. It might not
Well,
be
it's
that bad.
definitely part of their religion, but it's like really important for their religion. The skin. La Bibliothèque Nationale Paris,
Okay.
where we found out about it. I believe. Or more about it. Something about Vur.
Well, the rest of the things in here, I'm assuming, are not that. I don't know if we should look through
Oh,
them.
yeah.
But it sounds like they need to be sent to this person.
Okay, so you wanted to go ahead and look through the rest of it?
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, we
Okay.
probably should.
I should note that the notebook of Dr. Morick will function as a minor mythos tome.
Oh.
Thus granting, if you were to do a full study of it, it may grant you some additional knowledge. That being said, you can see that there are about 24 items of various sizes as you kind of push through all of the hay. Many are common items such as cups, pottery, and tools. A few are military items such as broadswords and maces, all used by the vault's guardians. But you also notice that there is a box containing a single silver coin. Inside the box are inscribed the Latin words "Unis ex triginta argentius."
Can I roll Latin on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me find it. Latino.
No, oh my God.
Critical success, Moss.
You got a 1.
Very nice.
Wow, that's so awesome.
That's awesome. Okay. So with that, you can tell that this Latin inscription means 1 of 30 silver pieces.
Which can I figure
And
out what that's for?
With
I know what that means.
yeah, with that critical success, I'll just tell you that it seems as though, according to this inscription, whoever made the inscription believed this to be one of the coins paid to Judas Iscariot for the betrayal of Jesus of Nazareth.
I was thinking.
Not Judas. No.
Oh, that would be satanic, wouldn't it?
You also find another box. As you open it up, you can see that it's a box. It contains an oval stone. You're unsure of its origin, but it looks to be carved with the stone itself looks to be carved with some sort of sign. You can also see a Latin inscription on this one, Obex Sancti Gabrielis, meaning barrier of Saint Gabriel.
Interesting. That seems important.
That seems like a protection thing.
Yeah, if you want, you can make me an occult roll or a mythos roll.
I'll go.
Probably an occult roll. Actually, I don't think this would have anything to do with mythos.
I'm gonna use my recently gained and last Eureka point for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll as well because
All right, I got another extreme success.
Okay. Yeah, Eldritch, you can tell that this is actually an elder sign. And it is, in fact, a protection sign.
So I can inscribe that for protection? Yeah.
Potentially. Perhaps there's a little bit more to it than just carving a sign, but perhaps if you can figure out what all goes into it.
If I read that book, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay.
And you also find what amounts to 32 scrolls and 18 separate books.
Oh my god.
I think some of these things may not be going to this professor.
Yeah, I don't think it's going where it was destined for.
Most of the documents here are records of the Order of the Noble Shield in Latin. If you were to take any of these and read them, first of all, you'd probably have to convince Jasmina to part with them, as it was one of the last requests of her father to take it to Sophia.
Yes.
But some of these are old mythos tomes.
Oh, I need to read these, Moss. I'm going to try and persuade her.
Among them, you see the Rasul al-Barin, the Sapientia Maglorum, and the accounts of Tilius Corvus.
Do I need to roll Latin for that?
I would say the Sapientia Maglorum, you can tell, is written in Latin and Greek.
Mm-hmm. Can I try to read it?
You can give me a Latin roll to see if you can kind of parse through it a little bit.
I got one of those hard successes.
Hard success? Yeah. I mean, most of this you can read. At least the Latin portions of it you can read.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, you can tell the Rasul al-Barin is in Arabic.
Well, that I can't read. But what did the Latin one tell me, or the part I can read anyway? I can.
If you want, this one would probably take you a little while to go through. Full study of this one, and
I just want to know what the title meant.
Oh my God! You would. Of course, this book doesn't have the actual translation. Let's see.
How about I just try and get them all from her and read them?
All right. With that, she looks through everything here, and you can tell that she begins putting everything back in its case. And she says, I will need, once the train gets going again, I'll have to take it down the tracks to Sophia.
Jasmina, dear, I really would need to read these books if possible. I mean, is there any way I can peruse them over the night? They could be most helpful to what we're trying to do here, old girl. I'll roll persuade on that.
It was my father's last wishes. Yeah, go ahead and roll persuade.
Suddenly she's a deer.
Everyone's a deer right now. Fuck!
Yeah.
Does anyone want to help with this?
You know
Maybe.
what? I've kind of been, I got some Eureka points to burn anyway. Golly, Miss Jasmina, they sure do mean a lot to Mr. J, and I promise he'll get them back to you once he's done.
Oh, my name is not Jean-Luc Strathmore, old girl. Dear girl.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was looking at something else. What can you repeat what you just said?
Chris wants to help.
Yeah, I just tried to persuade her with my down home country charms.
Go ahead and give me another persuasion. And by the way, as you're talking about this, the translation of the title means Wisdom of the Mages.
Ooh, I need
Burning a Eureka point.
It'd be a shame if I had to kill her.
Or did you say charm?
Hopefully he meant.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to persuade, but if you want me to roll a charm, I will.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. I just wanted to make sure. that I'm asking for the correct rolls.
You know what? Yeah, he's gonna try to charm her.
Use your Eureka point, buddy.
I'm definitely using it.
There you go.
Oh
If you're gonna do
yeah.
it, if you're gonna do it,
Jimmy
that's how
got
you're
the
gonna do it.
riz.
And that's how
All
it
right.
works.
She says, "Well, you all came here on the Orient Express, yes?"
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I do believe that Sophia is on the way. If you could make sure to bring it to Dr. Jordanov when you get there.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It's not easy letting these things go, but you all have proven yourselves to be a trustworthy bunch.
We'll keep
And
them
we do
safe
try.
as houses, Miss Jasmina.
All right. And with that, you all have located a bunch of goodies. If you want, you can go back and read some of these and do kind of an initial reading and figure out exactly what these are all about.
See, I have a lot of reading to do because I got that other book too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't do all that by yourself. Why don't I help?
I thought you were so happy working with Clay that you didn't want to help me anymore, Jimmy.
But I do love books, Mr. G. Jay.
Tay, big
What you're looking
bouquet.
for. S, Jimmy.
All right. So,
So,
with
yeah.
that, what is your all's next order of business?
I'm going to read books.
And
Okay.
I'll
I
help.
suppose, yeah, we're going to take whatever parts we're taking. Can we leave these things locked up in here, but take the parts we're taking? Is that allowed? Because I don't think we want to bring the 8x4 by
No, we just
3
want
foot chest back to the.
reading thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can leave all that. You can leave what you don't need here. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking about trying to pocket the coin on it. Just see what terrible things it does.
It's sad. The only thing that Clay was looking at in there that's cool is like, oh, those swords are really nice. But nah, yeah.
I definitely write down the symbol as well, by the way, whatever the
I'm
symbol
surprised
is.
you don't just have Jimmy carry it.
Okay.
Some things are too precious for a boob.
All right. And this whole time, India, what is it that is there anything that you would like to do in particular?
I could also study up as well so I can help learn or help the team figure what we need to do out on this.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, do you all plan to head back to the lodge?
Yeah, I think we'll probably get ourselves the ride back to the lodge and let the guy go on about his day.
Well, by the time he gets home, go on with his night.
I made so much money off these fools
I
today.
know he's already picking out his kid's college at this point.
He can buy a whole chicken now.
Mhm. For 20 cents.
Wow,
Maybe 5 cents. I think
And
it was
the
cheaper
neck.
back then.
He made a whole
Yes,
$5 today.
a tiny emaciated bird.
All right. So, with
He
that,
wants that coin.
you all make your way back to the lodge. Along the way, you continue passing more troops and more police as they continue questioning people. I would have somebody give me a spot hidden roll real quick.
I'm
I'll
surprised
do
Boss,
it.
that you didn't make the
I
coin like
failed.
the Ring of Power and try and like convince me to take it or like
Wow. Okay.
steal
I
it,
see you,
which
Frost.
wouldn't take much convincing, by the way.
Yeah, I
Please
figured the description alone is probably enough to convince you.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing.
All right. Yeah. So as you're all driving down the street, you can see it looks like there's someone who is riding in the passenger seat of a car, kind of going the opposite way. That resembles one of the pictures that you saw on the missing sign, Lazar Andric.
Who saw that?
Is that the man on the poster? He's just gonna point.
Let's see. Who did see that? Clay saw it and Camellia saw it.
Yeah, just pointed out to everyone. Did
Seems
you
like
see
it-
that man? Do we want to follow him?
Chris, you want to go after him?
Oh, there you go. You
No,
were out of sync.
I
there.
don't think we should, considering all the stuff we have with us.
Mm-hmm.
You sure? I could follow him, and you guys could just head back.
See, Gore wants to go read the books, but JT's like, y'all better go follow this fool.
I think I'm gonna tap the guy on the shoulder and say, "Could you follow that car?"
But we risk losing everything we got. That's a big risk.
But if we're only following him, we're not getting out. I just want to see where he goes.
No, it's gonna be a trap.
It's a trap.
That's a trap.
Golly, so suspicious.
Clay's just looking for a fight. So yeah, don't listen to
Well,
Clay.
maybe like he can drop us off, and then you can try to follow him back.
Well, the
again.
question is, what does Jasmina say? Because that's the people that could lead to her father's what happened to him.
Oh, actually, you know what? Let me pull her up really quickly.
Got 100 and everything.
This is where you nudge us, Moss, and make us do stupid things.
I am not the type of DM that likes to railroad people. What's the base?
Wah, wah.
Of, what's the base of spot hidden? Let me see. Bear with me. I think she probably would have failed.
Well, whether she saw him or not, Clay still told us that was them.
Yeah, spot hidden. She doesn't notice it. She doesn't notice it at first. And as soon as you say something, Clay, she looks at you and says, "Are you sure?"
I'm pretty sure it was him.
Well, I mean, I do not know. It's perhaps we should go and talk to him, but I would be hesitant to actually go and speak with anybody with all of these things in our possession.
Well, I'm sold. Let's go home.
Why? They're just things.
They are very important. Can you not see the historical significance?
He's going to reach out, take a hold of her hand, and put her fingers on his wrist where there's a pulse. It's like, do any of them have a pulse? No, they're just things.
Like you can
Give
you
me
can follow them separately if you want.
Give me a charm roll really quickly.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Can he
Charm
even use? Oh no, he has a high charm. He's very personable when he wants to pretend to be charming, unless he fails. But he rolled pretty well.
Yeah.
Hard success.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Guess we're going to go die.
Yeah.
With that,
What? I'm like, it's like, playing a card in a game or something. Well, he's about to say something though that's going to probably change your mind. But go ahead. What did she say?
she says, "You're right. Perhaps finding my father's killer would be more important than these trinkets."
So I'm going to suggest that Jimmy and I get out. If nobody else is willing to come along, take the ladies and Gore back to the lodge, and we'll go see what we can find out on foot. We're going to have to move very quickly though, because he is in a car.
Oh yeah.
You can do it.
And so he just gets out and he starts moving. Whether or not they can go back to the hotel, they can do whatever. He just starts booking down, keeping an eye on that car.
Tuck and roll.
Jimmy's his intern now. He's going with him.
All I care is about the book and the information. I'm not getting out. No how.
All right. So, as you make your way back down, you all get out, and you can see that it looks like the
No,
cab driver.
No,
not all of us. No,
you're
no.
not paying attention.
Only
Yeah, yes,
Clay
yes.
and Jimmy.
Those
Yes,
of us to get out, yeah.
yes, yeah. You all get out and you look around, and it looks like he let you out about near the train station. You look back, and it looks as though the truck itself, which is carrying the individual who looked like Lazar, turned left
Okay. Looking at
about a
left.
block down.
Question is, does any of the ladies want to go chase him as well?
Could I tackle him?
He's in a car.
I mean, once he gets out of the car, maybe, if we catch him, if we find him.
Yep, not gonna question this plan to chase down a car on foot.
This is the best idea that
Well,
we've ever had.
you guys aren't listening. We're getting out. You guys can go in the car and chase him. Stay in the car and chase him. Were you not listening?
Oh, I thought we were getting out of the car and you guys were staying in the car.
Yes, but he took us to where we were going, right, Moss?
No, at this point you are about near the train station.
Yeah,
which
you
is about
guys-
3 blocks away from, or
Yeah,
not the train station, the police station.
Yeah,
Well, we
the
can get another
driver is
cab,
taking
though.
you guys back to the
We
lodge.
can get another cab and you can have him chase you, right? We're at the police station. We can get a cab there, right?
It's up to the ladies. You guys are the ones who are like concerned about
I was
keeping
more
stuff
asking
safe,
Moss.
so.
We can get a cab there, right?
You'd guess that you could probably find like a horse carriage or something. Maybe by chance you might get a passing cab.
Yeah. Yes. You know,
There's no car.
get in the car and chase him. We can get our way home. We're not far, right? Are we far from the hotel? I mean, from the lodge?
You're probably about. Let me check the scale here. And of course, there is no scale on. Oh, yes, there is. You're probably about half a mile away from the lodge.
Fuck, we could walk home.
Up to you people. He was starting to get out. You guys, if you're gonna convince him to stay in the car and go, you better get out fast or let him get out. Make your choice. Okay, Clay's running.
We can get a ride home.
Clay
Yeah,
just
I
he
know.
just gets out and he runs. Yeah, nobody did anything. He's just like he's all about making a decision and going.
With
So
that-
he goes.
Jasmina leaps
Jimmy
out
follows.
after you and begins running in her heels along the snow-covered ground.
I guess Jimmy does too.
He's not wearing heels, is he?
Are you sure he wanted to put on the?
Are you
Well,
India?
we didn't say anything.
Are you chasing after as well, India?
Yeah, I'll chase after.
All right, very good. All right,
We
so
didn't say anything
you
about
all
the heels.
you all get out and you begin to book it. You try to find this truck while it is traveling at a much faster rate of speed than you are. You follow it as it turns left, and you can no longer see the truck. However, there are an assortment, as you can see, of tire tracks, carriage tracks, hoof prints, all kinds of things like that that litter the snow along the road and sink down into wet earth, mud underneath of it. I would have you all probably give me a track roll to see if you can deduce which of these belong to the truck.
Burn
Yeah, I'm
that
horrible
Eureka
at this.
point.
I think India is pretty good at tracking, isn't she?
I have a regular success.
All right.
Nice.
Ah, man.
then. I'm rolling.
Goodyear
but I'm-
tires, fairly new, fresh from the factory. Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I didn't succeed with the 77.
All right.
Hobbitly here.
And another. The bounds were cut. God, you invoked Lord of the Rings in the middle of the stream. Now I'm derailed. So as you lean down, you can kind of deduce that there is a set of tracks about the right width apart, and the tire width is about right as it heads down the street. You follow it closely, and you can see that as it reaches the end of this street, the street ahead of you ends in a dead end, but the tire tracks themselves turn right. And you can see as you move along, you pass old apartment buildings, you pass another restaurant and cafe, you pass another building. It looks like it's called the Reading Room. but eventually you come to the end of the tracks, and it looks like the tracks kind of pull off into an alley and then back into what looks to be a now locked gate. A gate adjacent to the Hovart Brothers butcher shop.
Interesting. All right. Well, good tracking. We found where they went. I guess go up to the door and just listen. Assuming we haven't been too far behind them, they might be nearby.
You can see as you kind of are you trying to be stealthy about it? Because you can see that there's big bay windows in front that show out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try and be stealthy.
Okay, I would have a stealth roll from all of you.
All right.
Okay,
Let's see if I can
Brian.
fall
And-
over here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I succeeded.
Oh,
Oh man.
I got a hard success. Wow, for a change.
95. Okay. Fail,
Man,
fail,
not
fail.
my day.
All right. So, as you kind of peer around, this is indeed the very same butcher shop which you were at before. You kind of prowl around the front of the building, and as you do, you see Teresa comes back out, and she's currently wiping blood off of her hands in a towel. She says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you lost?" And you can see that she is currently addressing Jimmy and India. Clay, you kind of remained hidden, maybe off to the side of the building.
No.
Why are you
Gosh,
wiping your
ma'am.
Why are you wiping your hands off with a washcloth with blood on them?
This is a butcher shop.
Butcher shop.
Oh, good point. What were you chopping, hun?
Meat?
I need
We
more
were-
details than that, honey. I need to know if it's poultry or pork or beef. What is it?
We just got a side of beef in today, just delivered.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, I would like to check on your little. The reason why we're in the area because I've been hankering to make a good pot roast, so I was just seeing if you have any available.
I'm sure we can find something for you.
Okay.
Why don't you come in?
Yeah, I would love to come in. Jimmy, do you mind coming with me, Jimmy, just in case like I get a big old hunk of meat and I need help carrying it out?
Sure thing. Jimmy's just going to go along with it.
Good job, Jimmy.
All right. So you make your way into the Hovart Brothers butcher shop. The rest of you finally make it back to the lodge. What would you all like to do?
Read the books. Read the pamphlets, the books, everything.
Okay. Which one are you going to go with?
Elton didn't shards first.
The Elton Shards?
Yep.
All right. Let me get that one pulled back up real quick.
Elton Shards, sing this song. Doo-da, doo-da.
Okay. So the initial reading is probably going to take you a good little while. Oh no, this one's pretty
64
short.
pages?
Yeah, this one's pretty short. Sorry. You can tell that this is, as I had said before, collection, rough translation of mysterious hieroglyphs found on clay fragments in southern England. You make your initial reading, and this whole book is confounding, as it seems as though perhaps Dr. Armitage was reading this in regards to maybe a recent experience he had, but it speaks of old beings which potentially came down from the heavens and were able to communicate over long distances through time and space. It's very confounding to you. So at this point, throughout your first reading, you, my friend, oh my goodness, you lose 8 points of sanity.
Oh shit. I just came back to hear that.
And as you're reading through this, the confounding nature of being able to read through these hieroglyphs and the ancient ways of thought of how these things might have communicated, and the practices through which they may have even been taught to communicate over long distances through time and space. It floods your mind with all kinds of strange imagery. You lose 8 points of sanity, and I'm going to need you to give me an intelligence roll.
Why did I do that? I grabbed the dice and all the things rolled.
Extreme. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, my friend, you are going to suffer a bout of madness. Let's see here. Let me pull up. Do you want me to just give one?
The safer option here.
Do you want me to give you one, or do you want to roll one?
Oh, let's roll.
All right. Where is that bout of madness table? Aha. Okay, go ahead and I don't know why that's here.
Fear of books.
No!
All right, roll me 1d10.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Uno.
Okay. So, upon investigating this book, your mind completely empties. You have no memory of anything that has taken place over the last 3 days.
Say what?
You forget everything that has happened within the last 3 days.
Where were we 3 days ago?
3 days ago, you were in Trieste. I think that would have been. The day that you had gone through the caves of Postumia.
All right. So this is just like real life. Yeah, you're right, D. What the hell? Where the hell am I? What is this book? What's going on here? Where is everyone?
He's sundowning. Oh no.
What the hell is this place?
Oh no.
You look around and you're in this very strange area. The last you saw, you were in this grand hotel in Trieste. And now all of a sudden you come back to your senses and you're in what looks to be some sort of like a large log cabin. And you're surrounded by dead animals just hanging on the walls. The air is cold. You're in this large communal room surrounded by beds. You're just unsure of what is going on. There's
Jimmy!
no electricity, no light bulbs, nothing. It seems as though you've moved back 100 years.
Jimmy, where the hell am I? You fool! What have you done?
Do I hear that? Because I
Oh
went
dear!
back
Oh
with
dear!
him?
William!
Yeah, I would say that if you're in the same room, you probably know what's going on.
boy.
Right. I'll walk over to Jean-Luc and I'll say,
Come
"Are you
here!
okay?
Where the
Are you
hell are
okay?
we?
We are in Vinkovci. Vinkovci. I don't know.
What the hell is a Vinkovci, old girl?
It's a stupid town in the middle of nowhere. Wait, you don't remember?
We were in Trieste 2 minutes ago in the hotel. Where the hell are we?
Oh, okay.
Not
so
where you
I'll-
think we're at.
I'll
Now
spend
she
the-
wishes she had hopped out of the car.
I'll spend the entire next hour recounting everything we have gone through and making sure he understands why he is now going by the name Jean-Luc instead of Mort or Eldritch.
Oh God, do I not even know who I am?
I'm sure you know who you are.
No,
But
I mean like
who I'm
John.
supposed to be.
Here, you guys keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know because that happened in Trieste, so I don't know.
What happened? Why are we here now?
So there was a bombing, and the train got derailed because of that, and now we're stuck in this stupid little town. And when we arrived, we helped a girl, and the girl, and I'll show you the article of her professor and the dig site. It's
I know him.
Yeah. her dad is now gone mysteriously. So we were trying to help her figure out where, and that's where we came across all those books that you have there with the trunk. The books that you've been reading for the last couple hours while I was cleaning my gun.
You're saying I was reading these books.
Yes.
And I don't remember anything from how many days?
Well,
how long have we been here?
Well, I think you, from what you're saying, I think you have lost 7 days.
7 days?
Yes.
For reading a book?
Yes. Those books can be dangerous.
I need a drink.
I want to see
Clay
that happen
and
to his nose.
Where's Clay and the fool?
Well, they saw one of the apprentices of the professor who disappeared, got out of the car that was driving us here, ran like maniacs to follow him. And that's all I know. I told them that we couldn't just take the taxi and drive after them because we had all these books. They're too valuable.
Well, I'd better read this book then and find out what the hell happened to me.
Well, I would suggest you read the book we have to bring back tomorrow. Actually, let me take a picture of the book.
That was the book that I was reading.
Yeah, you read the shards one that you got from the guy's wife.
Yeah,
right?
the bring back
held down shard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take the book and start taking the 60-something pictures of it.
Nice. Hey, did you get any what do you call it? Any Cthulhu mythos, or did you just get to the part where you forgot everything?
I think all I got was retarded.
Yeah, it was everything.
Moss, I was gonna read the book again, and then Sevvy is gonna take pictures of it. But did I get any Cthulhu mythos or anything out of it, or did I just get retarded?
You did get some Cthulhu mythos out of it. So with that, you gain an additional 3 percentiles in Cthulhu mythos.
Ooh. I'm up to 39. My sanity's going bye-bye.
Very nice.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So after I take the
bad.
pictures, I'll just close the book and put it away, and I'll say maybe you shouldn't read this book again.
I start reading the other books then, Moss.
All right. While you
but I drink heavily because I'm very scared and befuddled.
Okay. All right. And with that, we'll switch back over to everybody else. India and Jimmy. Jimmy, do you follow India into the Hovart Brothers Butcher Shop?
Oh yeah, he's gonna go right along with it.
All right. And as you enter in, you are assaulted with the smell of both bleach and raw meat. You can see a long string of sausages which are hanging from a series of hooks throughout. How many days is he prepared to lose? It's 6 days for that. 7 days.
He lost 3 days of memory.
Yeah, 3 days of memory. Yeah.
He told me 7.
Yeah, then I'll tell you 3 because I wasn't here because I was getting some cough medicine.
Okay.
I had like a really bad coughing attack
I thought you were fucking with me.
No, I wasn't. I just didn't hear it because I wasn't here because I was coughing so much I was dying. So I stepped away to get some cough medicine.
Oh man, you could have messed with them. What, Clay, Jimmy? They died last year. What?
No.
You have to let me go, Mr. G. The accident wasn't your fault.
Well,
We'll
I was
just show up,
totally going
pretend
to
to be
read the book
ghosts.
again, Moss.
Do what now? I'm sorry.
I said I was totally about to read that book again until she took it, take pictures of it.
All right, and you all, as I said, are in this butcher shop. You can see that behind the counter, it looks as though there is a cutting board with a number of sharp knives, and you can see a window that leads into a back room that shows that it's got hanging meats in the back. You can see on this cutting board are several pieces of what look to be probably flank steaks or something, all beef and very well marbled.
Wagyu.
And
Gosh.
Yummy.
Teresa asks you, you said pot roast, yes?
Yeah, anything hearty, not a lot of fat on it.
Ah, lean meats. I see you are trying to watch your figure.
Well, a girl's got to keep her figure to look good for the guys around me.
And then she sees Jimmy and goes,
And then I realize what I said, and I look at Jimmy. With a
Jimmy's got the
snare.
biggest, goofiest grin on his face right now.
you can see that she says, "Oh, well, yes, I never touch meat," and she kind of like runs her hands down her sides. I never touch beef. It's all fish and chicken for me. And you can see she just has kind of a snarky tone about it.
Huh.
they're going to be snarky about only eating fish and chicken. Nasty.
So you just said that you don't like cutting beef and all? Why is that?
Oh, well, I don't eat it. I'll cut it for money. It is the business after all.
Okay.
I think while they're talking, Jimmy's gonna see if he can spot anything suspicious.
Okay.
Then, if while Jimmy's doing that, finding something suspicious, I distract her by, then what's your favorite fish dish? Fish dish, hun? I'm kind of curious. I'm in the business of learning new recipes.
Okay. Spot hidden roll. Okay. To that, she says, "Oh, well, my favorite is cedar plank salmon. It's very good. They get that very nice wood flavor into the salmon steak whenever you smoke it. It's very nice." And Jimmy, as you are looking around, nothing in the front room seems out of the ordinary, but you do see behind through the window, it looks like a shadow passes along a wall and a form enters into a back room behind the hanging room.
Jimmy's just gonna sort of like maybe try to sidle his way over and not look suspicious about it.
Okay. And as you see, let's see, what is that? A regular success. You can see, it looks as though you can see, he looks like he's like scratching the back of his neck as he enters the room, a head covered in brown hair. Probably, did you, were you able to see the thing before?
He did. If you're talking about the guy in the guy we've been chasing, no, he didn't see him.
You didn't see him? Okay. Yeah, all you can see is that it looks like a man he's got brown hair enters into a room in the back.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to no. Screw it. I'm gonna follow him, but stealthily.
You can see that this area, it's basically a very small storefront. A large counter is in the front, and a single entryway goes back around the counter and into a swinging door in the back. So you basically have to zigzag around the counter and go into the back. Standing between you is Teresa and another gentleman who's currently back cutting meats on this cutting board as well.
Oh gosh. Say, mister. I'm gonna get the guy's attention. The guy who's cutting.
You see he kind of looks back and wipes his hands.
I think I saw my dog run through here. You mind if I go back there and have a look?
Give me a fast talk roll. I'm looking for probably an extreme success for this because
It figures that I'd have burned through all my Eureka points by now. Okay. Where's there it is, fast talk. Okay. Here we go. Go.
you see he and just kind of waves his hand at you and continues cutting.
Oh, jeez. All right. I guess I'm going to go back to India.
All right. And at this point, you can see that Teresa is actually pretty interested. She says, "You are foreigners, yes?"
Oh, yes. One, you can say that we're from the United States, as I adapted into Western culture, that I got to know these crazy people, forgetting my own heritage and all. But yes. Yeah, we're from the States.
And it's best not to forget where you come from.
No, it's not. I come from the land of tequila, if you know where I'm talking about.
I've not had, but I've heard interesting things about tequila.
Oh, if I had a shipment on me right now, if I had a giant bottle of mezcal, I would definitely pour you a shot. It's one you cannannot forget. Trust me.
Well, might I ask, what are you all doing in Vinkovci?
Oh, we're just giving a tour around the country. Me and old Jimmy here just kind of like nudged at him as if we were in a relationship or not. We're just kind of going about our ways and, trying to see the architecture around here and the history of this town.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Well.
And then we have been missing home a little bit, so I figured, hey, why not? I talked to the hotel kitchen staff if I can just borrow a couple of hours of their little corner of the kitchen so I can make a pot roast. I even promised them I'd give them a couple heaping plates here or there.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. And you see she goes back and she tears off some butcher paper and grabs a large pot roast. She holds it out to you and says, does this look all right? And you can see that there is a thin layer of fat that covers the top of it. But it looks like the meat itself is relatively lean.
Okay. Now, this looks fantastic, darling. I'll take it. Even that little piece of trim and fat on it, I'll take it because I'll probably just render it down to beef tallow and I can just make it a good moisturizer for myself.
Oh, see, that's thinking with your brain. That's a woman's intuition and ingenuity.
Oh, definitely. I was raised on not to waste on anything.
Yes. Well, that will be £2 sterling. And please do be careful out there. I hear there are terrorists and monsters.
Terrorists and monsters? Pray tell, what does this mean? Like, we've never heard of it. This is the first I've heard of this. Jimmy, have you heard of this before?
There ain't no such thing as monsters, honey. I already told you.
So what do you speak of?
Oh, yes, the Cool of East. They say it's got the legs of a boar and the body of a gorilla. It's horrifying, but the terrorists themselves, the LPV, bombing the train tracks. I'm surprised you have not heard about it.
We just keep our noses where it belongs, which me in the kitchen or just reading it in a book, but I've not seen any newspapers around here that are reporting that.
Oh, and here I would have thought you came in on the train that was stopped. Well, shows how making assumptions gets you.
Speaking of assumptions, can we just sort of retcon it a little bit that while she was going to retrieve the pot roast, Jimmy had whispered to India what he had seen?
Yeah.
With the fellow sneaking back behind the counter.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, Clay, what is it that you're doing?
So Yasmina is out here with me, I'm assuming, still hiding.
Yes.
And we can see into the room where they pulled the truck. As you said, it was locked, but we could see in there, or we can't.
You can see. It looks as though there's kind of a gate
Okay.
that leads into what looks to be a lean-to or a carport.
Okay.
You can't see in, as the gate itself looks to be covered with a tarp and is currently, well, it's not locked from the outside.
Okay, but it
But
could
you
be
can tell
barred.
if you pull on it, you can tell it's locked.
All right. Can he climb over it and still get in? Is there a gap at top?
Yeah. If you wanted to, you could.
Yeah, he's gonna attempt it.
Okay, easily enough. The fence itself is probably about 7 feet high. Easily enough, you can kind of grab it and pull yourself up. And in this carport, you see what looks to be a delivery truck.
Okay.
The very same delivery truck which had assaulted you all at the train station.
Got it. So he's gonna unlatch the door for Yasmina.
Okay.
From the inside, if he can, and then
go ahead and give me a climb roll to see how well you climb. Like up is one thing, over is another.
Got it. He's not very good at climbing. He may fall on his face here. Oh yeah, he does not come down smoothly. Likely.
Okay, so we'll say that as you kind of come down, the ice on the fence causes you to lose your grip. You come down and you twist your ankle. Let's say you lose 1 hit point.
All right. Son of a biscuit maker.
And you can see that this fence is, you can see it looks like there's a bar which goes across into a receptacle. And on that receptacle, you can see that there is a padlock.
Okay. He is going to just whisper through the gate to her. Just say, the gate it's locked and padlocked. I don't think I can open it for you. Just stay hidden for a moment.
You can see as you kind of peer through the gap in the fence, she gives you a nod and moves off to the side.
And just he's going to just say to her, just be very careful, because this truck is the truck that disgorged the people that attacked us at the train station.
He says, okay, I'll try to stay quiet. And
he says,
as you look around,
go ahead. He's just like reaches under his left arm and he pulls out one of his 45s and he hands it to her through it's a 45 automatic. He's just going to hand it to her through the opening just in case.
Okay. I tell you what I'll do. We are getting close to the end of the episode, but I will do this. So bear with me for just a second, because
Definite insanity. Wait, no.
Boop, boop. And
Clay forgets the last 3 minutes. How did I get in this carport?
And boop, boop. All right. So you should, let me see here. Make sure I've got everything set up correctly, because I did this earlier today. All right. So this here is the butcher shop. I don't know. You should all have vision of what it is that you see.
I see black.
I see nothing.
No, I see it.
Is you guys, Clay, or I'm sorry, you two shouldn't be on. You're not on this map, so you wouldn't have vision. So this is currently what you see. You can see Clay as the truck goes around. You can see around a corner. It looks like you probably might lead to maybe another doorway or such. Oh, am I? I see his mouth moving, but I'm not hearing anything.
No, he's muted.
I muted myself because I was rustling paper. So I know we're about to stop, but he's going to move forward and keep the truck between himself and the door. So he's going to move along the right-hand wall just to start going that direction.
You should be able to see. You should be able to move your token if you want.
I will, and he will move and tell me to stop. He's going to move up to behind the truck and just kind of peer and look at that door and look at that door.
Okay, and you can see that there is a door which leads into the back of the butcher shop from this area.
Got it. All right. I'm not sure how much farther we're going to be going, but if this door here, the one on the left is the one into the butcher shop, or the south one? He's dying.
Everybody's dying.
That's what I get for drinking coffee at 10:40 at night. I'm sorry. What was your question again?
The door on the left is into the butcher shop, and the door on the south is.
Oh, I apologize. I missed one of those doors. So yes, you see a door on the left, and it looks like they both lead into maybe different sections of the butcher shop. You're not really sure from this angle, but yes, you do see two entries into the butcher shop.
All right. Well, he's going to, just because the one on the left looks like probably for larger stuff, he's going to move over to this and see if he can see through that door.
Okay.
If there's a window.
There is not a window, but the door, if you kind of jiggle the handle a little bit, it is currently unlocked.
Okay. He's just going to open it just a crack and listen.
Okay. You should be able to see.
Man, my
and
map disappeared.
Oh, no.
It disappeared?
Yeah.
Did you close out of it?
I might have accidentally done that. But
Here, let me
yeah,
share it again. There we go.
thank you.
Yep. All right. So with that, go ahead and give me a listen roll real quick.
Okay. Oh, good thing I used that point.
Okay. You can hear. It sounds like you can hear. It sounds Teresa and India talking up front. But you can also kind of hear just regular success. You can kind of hear some rustling coming from maybe the back room that the door off to the side leads into.
Okay. All right. Well, then he is going to just, if this door is openable, he's walking on in. He's just going to walk in and look.
Okay. And with that, I think we'll move back over to Camellia and Jean-Luc to see what you guys are doing, because it sounds like it's possible that maybe there might be a little bit of combat coming up. You never know. But
I'm reading books.
You're reading books. Okay, Camellia.
No, after I'm done taking pictures of the thing, then I'm gonna practice my Turkish.
Okay, go ahead and give me a Turkish roll.
Okay. I guess I'll use an Eureka point because I didn't get a chance to roll for anything.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Now, Jean-Luc, what is it that you are reading?
All them books and pamphlets.
Okay, so you're just going to continue reading that book?
No, I'm reading all them books and pamphlets.
Well, you got to start with one of them.
He's reading the other books.
The ones that you found in the
Yeah, because she was taking pictures of the book that made me crazy, which I will read again. But
right, but I think there's two more books that could drive you crazy, and then there's also
I'll
histories.
I'll start reading the other books that'll drive me crazy.
Okay, so there's the one in Arabic, the Rasul al-Barin, and then there's the Sapientia Maglorum, or Wisdom of Mages. That's the one that's written in Latin and Greek.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is actually quite a bit longer. You can see that this is actually a pretty thick tome, and it's going to take you. Your initial reading is going to take you quite a while.
What can I read
Probably the next couple of days. Both of these books are actually pretty long.
What about all the pamphlets and shit?
A lot of the pamphlets are kind of mundane. You can start reading through them. If you wanted to read through all of the pamphlets that would potentially give you an increase to your regular history and occult rolls, just mechanically speaking. As it just seems like mundane history and occult studies. But the only ones that have to do with anything mythos related would be the two that I mentioned.
Well, I'll read those afterwards.
Read the two that I mentioned afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't read the Turkish one.
Okay. So,
It's Arabic.
the information contained within
It's all
the
Greek to me,
archives,
no matter.
the pamphlets and scrolls and all of the other research would take 12 weeks to read.
Wait, which one?
All of the pamphlets and scrolls, the summation of which.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Then I'll start reading the one that's actually useful then.
Okay.
The mage one.
All right. So you feel as though if you were to pull an all-nighter reading this,
Okay.
you might be able to get through a good portion of it.
I'll do that then.
Okay. Sounds good.
And at some point, ask Clay, since he's a writer, to tell me what the hell happened in detail for the last 3 days if he doesn't die in this.
Pretty sure it was 7 days. I don't.
Shut up! 3 days.
3's the new 7. 7's the new 3.
All right. And with that, I think. Can you guys see over that countertop, Jimmy and India?
Yes.
I just see the back of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right. So I'm still new to this whole map making thing in Fantasy Grounds. So bear with me while I still get used to it.
Oh, you made that map in here? Oh, that's
There's not enough blood in here.
Well,
you
I
made
didn't-
made the map
yeah.
outside and added the
Yeah.
lights.
Actually, a little fun fact. I found a guy on Patreon who's actually making his way through Horror on the Orient Express, and it just so happens that his progress is up to Vinkovci, where we are at. So it was perfect timing. I was like, oh my god, I got to give you money. Anywho, so with that, Clay, at this point, you hear it sounds like somebody in the back room is beginning to walk towards the front. You can hear
Okay.
footsteps making its way towards the door.
Clay is got a little grin on his face.
All right. And at this point, you can see, are you going to continue standing there in the doorway?
He's actually. You said the person's coming from over that direction, not the front, not the front where I think the front is, where India and Jimmy are, but the other direction. You said.
Correct.
So he's actually going to start walking that way and just stand there.
Okay. And you can hear India and Jimmy going back and forth with Teresa. And at this point, a gentleman opens the door, and you can see that this back here, I apologize, I gave you an incorrect description. This back here is actually the hanging room. But you can see an individual walking back through the door. You can see he's got blonde hair and stands at about 5'8".
All right.
And that, I think, is where we are going to call the session for the evening, because I think that this is going to result in something more than just talking. So, with that, let's go ahead and get some improvement rolls out of the way. Why don't we?
It's a vile assumption. Vile assumption. I'll go real quick for since I'm already doing it here. I'll just go ahead and see if I can get these out of the way. I've only got a couple. Let's see. We got stealth, which I have failed, right? Wait. Oh, I got a success. Oh, no, my stealth is high enough. I got a success. Dang it. Listen. Let's see if I fail listen. No. Hey.
Very nice.
Let's see how many listen points I get. 9. Wow.
nice.
I've improved listen somewhat. And then the last thing is luck, which I never have any of with this roll, but hey, I actually succeeded on failing a luck roll.
I never get
Hey.
listen. I listen so low.
There we go. And that is
I only-
all I got.
I only have one roll to do, which is luck.
I'm a deaf old man.
You didn't succeed
what?
any other rolls, Camellia?
Look,
I
you got a
only-
36.
36.
Lose 10 points
Nice.
of sanity.
I only did spot hidden, and I have 100% on spot hidden.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So I didn't really get a chance to
You
roll
got 7
anything
luck,
else.
though.
Yeah, I got 7 luck. Good to go. I'm up to 28 luck. Let's go.
I'll go next because I only got track. Oh man.
And you succeeded on that, unfortunately. But you do
Well,
also
you
have luck.
too.
I know. Gonna roll luck right now. Look. All right. And
Very
then
nice.
D10.
Mm-hmm.
With the fork. I don't know what the heck. Ever since the last time I rolled with you guys, it doesn't stay in here. So there we go. Oh.
Just double click on it.
Ugh.
Or grab the dice and move them to the tray. And like,
Yeah.
I do that. And then it rolls
So-
out of the tray.
If you type in /R space 1d10 and hit enter, it'll roll it for you as well
In the modifier or in the chat?
in the chat.
Okay, so what?
/R as in Romeo space
Okay.
1d10.
Space 1 D10. All right. Okay. /R
Mm-hmm.
space
Yes.
1 RD. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
1d10. I will put it in the chat for you.
1d10.
Just like that.
Oh, okay. 1 RD10. It says reply target not available.
That's
I think you
weird.
need to do roll. You need to do
Oh
roll.
no, yeah, I apologize. It's Fantasy Grounds is different. So it's /roll 1d10. There we go.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I apologize. Everything else is /R.
Nice.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
there you go. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and add 9 to your luck. All
Well,
right. And who's
that's
next?
That's me. And like everyone else, I only got one thing tonight.
I hear a train in the
I hear a
background.
train, too. Did you turn
There's no
sirens
train. What are you
on?
talking about? Yay. I
Nice.
lose. I lose like a winner.
By the way, if you type in /DIE, die, instead of roll,
Die.
it works as well. Die,
okay.
1d10.
Die. And I will go ahead and roll my luck.
Leave yourself a letter.
Where's my luck? There it is.
Throw
There's
a
my
letter
luck.
to your witcher.
Luck. Lucky luck. That's a hard fail already. Boy, that train is loud. All right, 2. All right, that's it.
Who the hell lives next to a train station? Genius.
Moss, is that you?
Take me.
That's me.
It's not me.
Is that where your secret lair is? In a
I
train?
knew
is
it,
a
you know, it's
hobo.
not me.
Why do
What
you
is
think I wanted to run this campaign? Because I'm hearing
that's-
trains all the time.
I was gonna say Chris is a hobo, confirmed.
How do you think I keep getting abducted so easily?
Wait, he's
near the
in a
tracks.
train car right
Makes
now.
sense.
He's riding the rails as we speak.
Okay. Has everybody gone?
No. Did Frost go? Oh, I'll go then. I have plenty today. History. Didn't fail that one. Language, Latin. Come on, you summoning bitch. Occult.
You got a high Latin.
Yeah. Oh, yes, occult. Give me something for losing 3 days, you son of a bitch. I'll take 9. Persuade. Yes. Ooh, another one. Or is that a 6? No, there's another 9.
A lot of 9s today.
Spot hidden. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I have a 97. Come on, baby. 98. You always
You
roll
do
me
it?
a 98 when I'm fucking need to roll it. When I need to roll it, you fuck me. All right. I just got it. All right, Luck. Come on, Luck. I need you. I've been spending points like it's going out of style here. Don't do me like you do Frost. There we go.
All right, very good.
Fuck off, dude.
Hey, that's more than what you started this game with. I'll give you that much.
Is
We
it?
now-
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We now both have 21 luck.
All right, so with that, let me get us switched over. 3, 2, 1, swoosh. All right, so thank you everyone for joining us for yet another episode. I feel like we got quite a bit done today. There was quite a bit that was found. Hopefully, it might shed some light on some of the mysteries going on around Vinkovci. Let's go around and everybody just let the chat know where you can be found, what you're doing with your life, and what your social security number is. Let's start with Nomi.
Social security is 555-777-123. Even though it was like 2 digits extra that I gave.
You still gave total 9 digits, so everybody jot that down.
Let's see what's going on with me. I'm still in recovery, so I don't know when I'll probably go live tomorrow with Sevvy. We games probably in discussion, still don't know. But as far as me, I'm gonna make that video of the huevos con weenies just for Moss, and I'll make homemade tortillas. So be on the lookout on my channel for that video at Nomi Without You, and you can always follow me at Twitter at Nomi Without You. And I'm gonna pass it to Frost.
Well, thank you. You can find me here on Mondays, Sunday over at JT's channel for Riffs. You can find me Tuesdays and Thursdays on Legend Seeker while I'm writing the lore for Rudai's role-playing game, Legend Seeker. You can find me on Wednesday on Moonskull for Wednesday After Dark, and then again, you'll find me Friday on Moonskull for Strange Aeons in a few weeks. And I guess also Fridays, we are premiering the episodes of Fear of Ages Past, the Lord of the Rings the One Ring, 2nd edition, I think it is, game that we're recording on Sundays. And that gets posted on Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. And I am going to throw this over to, let's see, who hasn't gone? Oh, the old man.
You just went.
Oh, the other old man?
Oh, well,
not
in that
quite
case,
his old man?
close.
Yeah.
Tales from the Dragon's Tavern tomorrow for the pirate game with Moss and JJ and all those wonderful people. I guess Megan's wonderful. Biggles definitely not. Anyhow, Wednesday, is there a show this week, Sevvy?
I don't know, so I haven't confirmed. I'll ask around again.
All right, maybe this is Wednesday After Dark, maybe not. Friday, Death May Die. Check it out. It's fun. Moonskull. It's badass. If you're not there, you suck because it's cool. We're having a lot of fun with the fake wizard who's real life fake or something. And then after that, we have Kaiji Watch on my channel, Savage Talk. Check it out. It's in the chat because Smooth is on top of things because he's the man. And then Sunday, Riffs on my channel again. YouTube on that one, please. Please go join that YouTube and my Discord because I need to get 500. We're almost there. And then, that's Sunday. Did I say Sunday? I don't know. Anyway, also check out our werewolf game auditions because it's closing soon and we, I think, still need like 1 or 2 people. And it's a very short 6-week game. Check it out. It's going to be cool. Who has not gone?
Me.
Chris.
Oh my God. Give it to Chris. Chris should have went first. You got to get out of here. Chris.
Yes. Follow me on X if you want, KrisWithADagger, and on Minds, where I'm just 3 more followers away to reaching that 500 goal. And if so, I might go ahead and take one more swing at starting up a YouTube channel if I do hit that goal. In the meantime, you can of course catch me here with these wonderful people Monday nights for more Cthulhu, and someday soon. I will be telling scary stories on the Moonskull channel. Not sure when the exact date for that is, but I am told that it will be soon. And that will do it for me. Pass it to Sevvy.
All right. You can find me over here. You can find me at Legally Sevvy. So make sure to follow it if you have not already. I'm working on my watch hours. And my Kick and my Twitch. So my link tree is in chat. So make sure to give it a follow For sure, this Saturday, I'm going to be having a watch party for Highlander, and then we're gonna watch Star Trek 2, Wrath of
Khan.
Khan. Yeah, thank you.
There can be
Wrath of
only
Khan.
one.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that. So make sure to check it out and join my Discord if you have not already. And I'll pass it over to us.
Yes. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Nomi for joining us while she's in recovery. That's awesome. Thank you for getting back on here, joining the fray. But if you are curious about what else I'm doing, obviously I'm here multiple days a week. Potentially, whenever the next Wednesday After Dark is, I will be there. Also on Strange Aeons, when that premieres, I will be on that. Smoke and Barrel and Fear of Ages Past, that's the Lord of the Rings show that Frost had mentioned over on Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. We've got our watch hours. We just need a few subs to get partially monetized. So help us out with that. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't already. Please do. We want to help these guys out as much as possible. Also, comment once the stream is over, because that also gets these guys benefits and it helps us out with the algorithm. So with that, I bid you all adieu, auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.
Check out Conan Exiles, where I'll be after this.